Washougal, baby. That's kind of whack to change this, the waiting music for Peacock right now. What's up, Bradley? Hope I had a good week. Yeah, man. I had a very good week. Can't complain, man. You? Hope everything was all good for you too, bro. I am not fucking with this waiting music for Peacock, man. But man, we got Washougal for the little break. Deegan already, dude, took qualifying. One first in qualifying. Davies first for the 250s. Got some crazy new I guess it's looking like Malcolm Stewart will be doing a Supercross only deal with Kawasaki. Going to be the third 450 rider for them next season. It's looking like that's going to happen. Nate Thrasher, it is not signed, but it's looking like Nate Thrasher really wants to go to PC. I guess it hasn't been announced yet, but Thrasher with a 2-year deal, maybe one. Say, mate, I've had a good week. Hell yeah, man. That's good to hear, bro. Um, but yeah, Nate. So Romano's gonna get signed. Let's see. There's talks of this is all from Michael Lindsay. You can watch his video and he'll tell you all this. But Lux Turner or Casey Cochran to start Yamaha, dude. That will be fucking interesting. Oh, here we go.
Big track in American Motocross is set to host round 25 of the SMX World Championship. There are only 4 rounds remaining until the playoffs begin, so the stakes are raised as Pro Motocross races into the Pacific Northwest.
Kitchen, bro. This is an important rate. Kitchen needs to do something. Juju needs to do something. Davies needs to do something. We got Pierce Brown back. 250 class is freaking insane. Even though this is a home track, literally a home track for Kitchen. He lives right up the road, but doesn't really do that good here. So important race for Kitchen.
It's the Fly Racing Washougal National from Washougal, Washington, Pro Motocross and the Monster Energy SMX World Championship under the canopy of the beautiful fir trees of the Great Pacific Northwest. And when you talk Washougal,
Yeah, welcome home, Levi Kitchen.
Levi Kitchen leading the 250 standings, the rider who can literally ride a bike from his house to the starting gate at this facility. Fans definitely want to see a great performance from him. The 450 class, Hunter Lawrence taking advantage of the mistake of his brother Chet last week to open up a 10-point gap in the 450 division. So an exciting race day set here for Washougal. Jason Wygant and the fastest man on the planet, James Stewart here. We'll get to Levi and the home track fans in a moment for the 250s. 450 class, though, I know normally the story is the Lawrence brothers. You can see the stats there. They've won every moto this year. They're 1-2 in points. But coming to Washougal, there are many people that think today could be the day maybe someone can beat them.
Absolutely. I mean, the stats would say nobody really has a chance. You have to go back a year ago for the last time they ever lost an overall, and that was to Chase Sexton. But today, Hayden Deegan, he's been getting better.
He's flying too.
Last weekend might have been his best performance, and today was his best performance in qualifying. He topped the qualifying, and we know Hayden Deegan, he would love to get up there.
Him and Barshil were goon riding too at the end of it. That shit was fun. Funny to watch.
Maybe it's not the favorite of Jet or Hunter Lawrence. I think Hayden Deegan has a real shot into that streak here today.
Oh, and if he does, you know he's probably going to talk about it as well. And Hayden's not the only one with a great
They really want, like, they talk shit about his antics, but like they push it so heavily on the broadcast.
Not underestimate the four-time pro motocross champ Eli Tomac, especially when it comes to Washougal. Some would argue that this is his best track in his career. We have a
Looking like a
16 for 16 moto podium
onk already.
three wins
Short shorts, high socks.
And of course, you guys, we have to remember this is just really his second full race on that factory Red Bull KTM bike, and of course, he's still looking to be comfortable. He's still looking for a little balance. They sent to Colorado some rear shock settings to get him a little bit more comfortable here this week. They've also been working on some of the geometry in this bike just to make him that much more comfortable on this bike. But hey, if he gets a start here at Washougal, he is one guy that will be very hard to beat.
That's kind of a little far fetched right now.
Favorite is in the 250 class, and that is Levi Kitchen right here from Washougal. But even
If Tomac got a whole shot, I can see him right now coming off that injury. Second race, I can see him with a whole shot, fade a 4th or 5th. Shit, maybe even because Marchbanks and RJ are flying, so maybe even 6th, 7th. Dude, it'd actually be dope. I reckon Deegan might win today. Dude, it's his best opportunity, and he's flying today already. So, but Lux Turner or Casey Cochran, both of those guys to star would be. I'd actually like to see that. I think Casey would do pretty decent on a star bike. Just needs to stay healthy.
He's coming to his home race, a track that's just over the hill, a track he's done a ton of laps on. But when you look at the performance, the data would tell you something different.
I like Kitchen's gear. That Fox gear looks sick.
In one moto throughout his entire career at this racetrack, and whether that's, I think, the surface where he likes a little bit more of a ruddy racetrack.
That font is ugly though.
Be a little bit more precise, where this has flatter corners and he doesn't always have the traction he's looking for. So that's what it's going to come down to today. Can he change the trend?
They got 10 seconds to pick a gate now. Each rider has 10 seconds.
Yeah, thanks, JT. He'd also like to change the trend of whoever enters the race with the points lead having a bad run, and that dates back to Cole Davies, who had the red plate last week.
Dude, bummer for the Coonan brothers today too. Looking like Coonan not gonna score any 0 points second week in a row. Yeah, what's good, Vato? What's up, Kevin? How's it going, homie? What's going on, Esse?
This car isn't finished.
I'm chilling, bro. Just getting ready for the race, dude.
Now, because the greatest measure of an automobile.
I'm chilling though, man. Life been crazy, but you know, we vibing still.
Chase little bugs, nigga. 8-5 crib. Got cut, nigga. Got cut, 8-5 crib. Hey, this is a bug, nigga. On white tail crib. Nigga, I'm trapping, nigga. On 20 crib. Dragging bugs, nigga, on it.
Maybe it's a cheese. Take this corner.
People are crazy. Smoking? Hell yeah. I smoked a little too much before the stream. I had to go throw some water on my face, dude.
On the playing field and across Arizona.
Ah, I fucking forgot. I gotta keep muting the commercials. But yeah, I kind of smoked a little too much. Trying to get my bearings right now, dog.
And when you finally find that thing,
Mainly the music in the commercials.
the whole world to know the thing.
Tell the world.
So you use Canva to make a thing. Lots of things. Everything. Next thing you know, it becomes a weird squirrel praising movement type of thing. Until, well, the next thing comes along. Sweet little thing. Canva, the thing that makes anything a thing.
The Pro Motocross Championship is fueled by Monster Energy, Unleash the Beast, and by Honda and the dominant line of CRF motocrossers. Welcome back to Washougal.
LOL stoned. Yeah, dude. A little too stoned. Because then I started zoning out and shit.
Some participants want to be in it as well. Sending congratulations out to JJ Concannon out of Bellingham, Washington. He has made his first ever pro start, qualified today. He's on the 430.
There's some all head in here fucking that just qualified today too. Like 40 something years old.
First ever start as far as
Do I have to identify as a... Hey, they got Duke Gomez's shirt on the broadcast right there.
and they and everybody else on the line need to pay attention to this. KTM keys to the moto. Take it, James.
Well, it's no place like home. That is Levi Kitchen I'm talking about. The fan support has been great. And historically, this track has
Nice.
you go back to last year, you had a 9.
That's good marketing for him.
11th overall. But Levi's been different this year. He's got the red plate, and he has an opportunity to really take control of this championship. So why not do it in front of your home fans? No place like home.
One guy wants this to feel like home. He wants
Here we
to
go. Who do you guys got for 250s?
is the monster.
I'm going to go Davies, Juju,
Fueled by Fred Vasseur. It was a big moment for him. Trying to
Davies, Juju.
run after it got derailed last week with a bunch of crashes. Some not
I'm going to go crazy on this one, Adams. No, that's so stupid.
What do you see at Washougal?
Well, the biggest thing here is, especially for these guys like Cole Davies, he's got to get a start.
Davies is going to win.
As well. You got horses.
No.
You're going to see all these guys really ducking their head. The roost is bad here. The shadow's not too bad. It's a little overcast, but a lot of switchbacks.
Fuck, dude. I don't know who's going to take that third spot.
Slippery, but
I'm going to go Davies,
we're going racing.
Juju.
We've seen everything in this 250 class this year.
30-second board up.
We haven't. Maybe there are still more surprises in store. The way this season has gone.
Fuck it, Ryder D. I'm just going to do how they finish in qualifying.
47 get out to a good
I can really see that how the day goes.
Davies, Beaumare, they want to continue.
See, Kitchen. I don't think Kitchen going to podium today.
And second, Ryder Di Francesco was third.
Remember, live board's faster than the broadcast.
50 class before a 2-weekend break. Revs are up. Gates down. Good launch for Kitchen, but he gets pulled.
E.
A battalion of Yamahas out front. And it's Davies. Oh, and Landon Gordon.
Oh!
And that's a pile up, and it catches Beaumare.
Oh!
Yeah, I believe, I don't know if that was Kitchen down in that corner as well.
It is. Oh, this class. It's complete role reversal from last week's point leader. Went down early. Now
Wow.
points leader down in a heap.
Yeah, when you look at racetracks, this is probably the worst racetrack you want to be at and going down in the first corner. But as you said earlier, I'd be surprised if we wasn't
Oh my God.
championship has
Damn, Juju. Where's Juju?
front where he wants to be at.
JT.
31st.
Talk about this first gear revolution thing. Did you see the wall of Yamahas coming around and down that first corner? Listen, I'm not saying it's all the first gear thing, but it has been a really noticeable change, especially for Cole Davies, just because the result was bad last weekend.
Huge start for Davies.
Fantastic. That has been a big shift in the course of this championship, is having those Yamahas near the front.
Yeah, the rumor is that the Yamaha team, they're starting in first gear off the gate. Now, that is not typical. It's usually second gear, and everyone's trying to figure out, do they change gearing? Is there something to that? All they can do is see that they click down into first. But you don't. That's not the normal way.
No, it's not the normal way, but they've also set their motorcycle up to do that. And what happens is, normally if you start in second gear, you have to click up to third. So most of these guys are shifting.
Bannick, third place. Okay. Good to see him back up there.
And then
Hunter Yoder, seventh.
pull the gear longer.
Hymus right there in fourth.
To use that drive in there.
Kiefer, 15th.
Something to it.
Bannick.
About 5 Yamahas up front. They got this thing figured out. And
Oh, wait. I'm thinking of somebody else.
Yeah, and they did have it last week. It's just
Minier, 9th.
doing because one of them
Where's Kitch?
would crash, and that's what
Kitchen's 28th.
down. He did
Here's
actually-
Brown,
Now he's out front.
30th. He went down in that too. Moseman right there, 29th.
And Dax Bennick.
Yeah, I believe it was one of the Star Racing Yamahas who actually kind of caused this crash again. So
the 180 that was down. We now have Kitchen in 28th and Beaumer in 24th. How about DeFrancisco? He logged a lot of laps on this track growing up, the California native, and likes it. And riding well right now. He's got his teammate in the Rockstar Husqvarna, Bennett behind him. I'm going to show you the start. It's changed the game in a hurry.
Yeah, you can see Cole Davies got the whole shot, and now you're starting to see loses the front end. We have Gordon right there, catches Michael Mosman.
That was a husky. A husky kind of fucking threw the star into everybody else.
Yeah, we got 163, Levi Kitchen there. So fortunate for these guys, they put a little bit of water down, easy to have.
Water.
Gordon goes down and collects half the field.
Oh no. I don't know. That shit was crazy.
It is unbelievable, this class. Like you said, you just be surprised if you're not surprised. You got Chance Hyman.
What's up, Apex? How's it going, homeboy?
Did he? Yes. Made the move on Bennett. So
Yeah, Hymas in the third.
second moto winner in red up to third.
Turner, right? Dude, I swear, Lux Turner to star would be sick.
Last weekend,
That dude rips. I think Lux Turner would do better than Cochran to
being very patient.
unless they take Star takes both.
Well, here at Washougal, outside of Cole Davies just flying out front, I think that
Because we talked about it last week or the week before that. As of right now, Star's only gonna have 4 of the guys, 250 team for unless they Star's gonna be down to 4 250 riders. Got Loretta's coming up. They may pick up some amateurs there since their amateur guys are all coming up except Carson Wood. But then you add 4 pro and then you add Lux and Casey. 6 or you just take 1 Lux. I'll take Lux over Casey. Kitchen has the worst look. Hey, that was I honestly right before the race started I did my podium. I don't have Kitchen on the podium today.
Yeah, yesterday he explained that process.
Yeah, it's definitely a good step in the right direction. Very exciting for everyone involved. Obviously, I've been working hard, and all my crew around me has seen that, you know, the ups and the downs, and you know, just a lot of injuries, and trying to get through those and rebuild myself and get back to where I feel like I belong. You know, it's a good step in the right direction. Still, for me, it's just building each weekend and putting 2 consistent results together. You know,
Hymas is doing good, man.
shooting for 1 win this weekend, not
So
shooting
far.
for the podium. You know, obviously, I'm gonna try and my goal is to put myself in the best position.
What's up, Swamp? How's it going, man? I hope it all is good with you over in your side, neck of the woods, man. Hope everything's good. Mumphy, 8th place.
Just being that 1% better each weekend.
His expectations really are that he wins a top 5 back to back. And talking with his dad, Chris Hymas, he said health-wise he's getting better. Between his ears, it's getting better, and that bike is getting better. He said
Good to see Bennett in 4th. Definitely good to see Bennett in 4th.
that he had a shoulder repair and 3
Yoder 9th. He's starting to fade a little bit, but that was cool to see.
battle, but they are so
Little Kiefer still holding 16th. Well, he was 15th.
Yeah, he did give the team a lot of praise.
Got Juju 19th. Kitchen 21st now.
Him as he worked his way back from the shoulder injury. That's the
Brown 25th. Mosman 28th.
22nd is Kitchen. Certainly not where he wanted to be.
Yeah, I mean, he's just going to have to push himself forward. I know the roots is going to be bad, and especially early, it's kind of a cooler day. It's not really rough. So
Yeah, good for Bennett. That's what you like to see from that fool.
any place that you're going to go down is not the one, but Levi's got a few riders in front of him. Just keep pushing to the end of the moto.
Now getting in toward a points-paying position, trying to pass Russell Bucheri, rider out of the Southwick area. And is that enough? Yes. To get into a points-paying position, top 21 to play points. If you look at the points on the lower left of the screen right now, Davies would have erased his entire deficit in the series. But you got to figure Kitchen and Beaumer are going to move forward from here.
Yeah, he's got to move forward. And
This 250 class is on its is
because, again, you start
crazy.
all right, now you're racing forward, but if you know if you go down again,
I think the 250 title is going to come down to the end only because of how the inconsistency with everybody.
in practice and time, but got to just keep pushing and seeing what happens.
Juju's gears looking sick today too.
Oh, Kitchen trying to make a move on Beaumer. They're battling with the rookies. That's Kiefer and Gordon right in front of them. JT.
Yeah, we talked a little bit about just the struggles that Levi Kitchen has had here. Just hasn't been able to really put it together. But the one thing that will give him a little relief is seeing that number 13 Julian Beaumer right in front of him. He's probably wondering where Cole Davies is, but he can't worry about that for now. But just knowing that's one of the championship contenders is right in the same predicament you are will take a little bit of that pressure off, and you can just focus on trying to make positions forward.
Actually, we saw the same thing last week. It was he and Davies both down, Kitchen and Davies, and they chased each other through. And he did eventually.
Yeah, that's crazy. The Kitchen going through two first turns crashes in 2 weeks.
He's up to base flug. The local riders coming back out.
God damn, that's.
Battling for 17.
Yeah, you can see Levi going.
Oh, he hit a marker. Find him.
JT's point, that for sure will help him. You know, but at the same time, he just
Ooh.
knows you gotta push it forward. You want to try to clear Julian, but then you got to worry about him attacking you back. But nonetheless, both these guys are working their way up. I believe if they stay up, they'll be inside the top 10 by the end of the moto.
Why did Daxley star? They just didn't re-sign him. Just didn't work out over there for them. He had a lot of injuries.
Now working on Brandon Ray on the Triumph. It's right in front of Beaumare on that orange 13.
Levi snuck down to the inside. Julian cut out of there. So heads up riding. And this is the crazy part about this racetrack. There's, you know, cutting back and forth. So both these guys got to be careful.
That star program is not for everybody either.
Everyone has to be careful. I was talking to Juju about the class. He said, "Man, we are competitive."
It's a highly competitive environment at all times, and there's no rest, pretty much. And they expect results, no matter what. You know, so Dax did good with it. He betted on himself. He went his. I think he started with a no money deal to earn us place, and then he was able to get a contract after that. Just like I say, injuries, man.
Still made it to the podium and extended that lead. And he's had a couple of these early crashes, a lot of them not his fault. And he has been able to dig his way through traffic several times this year.
Yeah, he's doing a good job right now. Looks like his visor is really low. I don't know if when he fell, he rolled on it, but that would seem to be annoying as he tries to make the pass up. Gordon, one thing he has to be careful with is just like that, you know, that is Cole Davies' teammate. So I'm not saying that, you know, Gordon would do anything, but at the same time, he's probably not going to make it easy on you, just like he's not right now.
No, that
As he goes wide.
replay of the first turn. Oh, Pierce Brown.
Brown's out.
Returning to racing today off of a wrist injury, is walking off. Not sure if he aggravated that or something different. You hate to see it. Just getting back, he actually looked pretty good.
Damn.
Yeah, I believe he was top 5 in qualifying, so not what you want to
PB.
see from Pierce, but good to see him walking off. Fortunately, that's the end of this moto.
Well, hey, this is the battle.
Dude, I really was gonna play Adams on my podium. I would have been crazy for that.
Right now, this battle is for 15th and 16th.
Yeah, last weekend we wanted to see Kitchen versus Cole Davies, and it was like 15 to 16 back there. So, yeah, maybe no battles for the lead. Just gonna be battling at some point, and that's just kind of the way this class has been.
And he's 40 seconds back. Yeah, let's see. Beaumare and Kitchen are fucking. They're pretty flying right now. 221 for Juju, 222 for Levi.
So Herring Brown was also in that first turn crash here. Not sure if that's what led to him leaving the moto. And the championship leaders have got to the next group. I think it's going to be Henry Miller.
They'll get in the top 10. I just don't know where yet. It's still kind of early.
He was actually faster than Kitchen in qualifying. That's his teammate. So it's going to get tougher to make these passes as they move forward.
20 minutes left.
Absolutely, and I think there's about 5 seconds. You know, once you get inside that top 10, it's a little.
See what it says.
But, you know, nonetheless, these guys just got to continue going, and hopefully, as this moto goes on, guys start wearing off. But it's going to be hard because the track's not that rough. It is pretty cool.
Got 4 weeks to go till Ronnie Mack is screaming his eagle over here in England. Can't wait. Average Joe, what's up, man? How's it going, dog? Hope all's well with you too, my dude. But yeah, 4 weeks, Bradley. Damn, you lucky, dog. That's gonna be fun. Ronnie Mack, dude, that dude's a national hero. Yeah, he's a national treasure.
I would imagine the recovery would be a little easier because it's probably about 20 degrees cooler than it was last week.
Yeah, the best recovery is to do what Cole Davies doing out front. Just to get out there.
Davies is fucking flying, bro. 217. He's the only one in there. Got a 5.6 second gap on Ryder. Ryder's in the 218. Hymus is in the 218.
Tough break for him. The recovery at this point, it didn't really matter. You got 2 weeks off after this.
Yeah, that's the bummer. Kitchen really has actually improved the start.
Yeah, that sucks. We got a 2-week break, man. 2 weeks of no racing. But actually, don't we have World Supercross? Oh, World Supercross news. Mitch Payton is gonna allow Cameron McAdoo to take a pro circuit Kawasaki to Canada for the round 1, and then after the next round or something like that, then you're gonna see McAdoo switch to the quad lock.
Yeah, these two are going quite a bit faster than everybody. They ran 220s. The guys in front of them 222s and higher, so they got that speed. But nonetheless, Washougal is a hard racetrack to pass, no matter how much faster you are than guy.
So first it's Miller, then it will be Welton. Here's Miller inside line for Beaumaire. Another pass. Can Kitchen get into this?
Ooh!
Does almost got into Beaumaire.
Gotta get it. Just chilling, super busy, running around doing shit. But I made it. Who were the top qualifiers? I missed it. Davies for the 250s had overall qualifying, and then Deegan had overall qualifying for the 450s. His time for qualifying 1 held up for 2. And the weather is roasting over here at the mid. Should be a good weekend. Bro, it's been like 100. It was 106 yesterday with like 20-30% humidity.
But if there's one guy who knows how to get around the riders, it is Levi Kitchen.
It's definitely up for the RC Charger Award these days.
Oh, we've seen it multiple times. The second moto of the year, first lap there at Fox Raceway. There was a first turn where he and his teammate Seth Hamaker came together, so he has had to come through the pack more often than not and has done very well at doing that. That's why he has the point lead.
Yeah, and the crazy part is most of those crashes weren't really his fault.
Oh.
It's not like he was doing anything. Same thing with this moto. You know, he just gets caught out, and you couldn't even say it's a horrible start, but nonetheless, he's in that spot.
This is Welton, the veteran out of Michigan. Little bobble on the inside.
Come on, Juju.
Realizes it's Beaumaire, and still races him hard.
Yeah, why would he give it? He's not being lapped. Why would he give it up? They're literally racing for positions, Weege.
Welton, he's fighting for position here in the MX-6 Kawasaki. Whoa!
Ooh.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Just because
No shit. Maybe today will be the day for Deegan. Yeah, man.
pretty fast,
It.
and now when you do that,
Arguably his one. You could argue it's one of his best tracks, and you could argue it's one of the Lawrence. It's the one of the Lawrence brothers' worst tracks. So that may come in, play into it.
Kitchen makes the pass. Drag race up Horsepower Hill.
It's 85 and 90 over here. We ain't used to it, and we don't have AC. Yeah, that's something I learned new about your guys' country this year. You guys don't fuck with AC. That's crazy.
Kitchen does.
Oh, Kitchen can get him.
Julian Beaumaire
Bro, my AC stays on like 70 degrees. I could not live without it.
But hey, Welton's in a points-paying position. He's in 12th place, so he does not have any reason.
AC literally the greatest
Legitimate.
invention in my
but again,
what's that word?
because the
Personal opinion.
guys are racing, like you said,
Right back.
in a higher position, they're fighting for it as well. So
And Kitchen able to make the move on Welton. He's going to try to go now.
yeah, he has to. I mean, to that point, Julian kind of got his momentum broken right there because you can see he lost quite a bit of time. So I don't know if there was a mistake out of our camera or he just lost that rhythm, but nonetheless, he has to stay up to 47.
And look at Marsh trying to hitch a ride here with Levi. As they head back toward the finish line area. Great ride for him. That's a relatively new team. That MX-6 Kawasaki squad.
Those Kawasaki's always look good for military appreciation. I agree. I like when they do the military appreciation stuff. Ah. Whoops.
Yeah, if they're running traditional knobby tires, it actually should help during this race. As this track starts to dry out, it should be better. I mean, Levi looks good. Julian looked good as well. But they got about 8 seconds before you get to the next one, and Casey Cochran, I believe.
This battle, Mumford, who is one of the big stories of last week, one of, because there were so many, the moto win for Hymas, the tough race for Davies, the overall win for Beaumaire. But how about this? The supported but not full factory team of Mumford, AEO KTM, he got third in a moto, and he's battling for another top 5 right now. We're halfway through this one. A reminder to stock up on Monster Energy at Fred Meyer. Mumphy riding the momentum right now. A little bit too much momentum went outside the markers.
Hey, he's riding the top of that berm right there. But yeah, I like that second.
All right, where we at?
It works out because he goes outside. He's able to keep that momentum.
Kitchen 12th, Juju 13th.
Just showed you what, you know,
It's definitely is people in Europe be having heat strokes because air conditioning doesn't exist over there, I guess, or at least it's not common.
And you saw the emotion
Our houses are made to keep the heat in, so it's killer. Yeah, I don't envy you guys at all, bro. That shit.
Just a lot of hard work and struggle over the years.
But you guys also have schools that are older than my entire country, so
Wouldn't have acted so
you guys got all that historic shit. That why they made it to hold the heat.
expected to do that well when I turned pro, and it's been everything but that for the last 5 years.
Mumford is a G.
To finally,
I'm so stoked for Mumford, man.
like, I don't think even winning a championship would feel any better. Like, that was by far the best feeling I've ever experienced, and it was so unscripted and just straight up raw. So I think that's why a lot of people kind of enjoyed watching it, and I enjoy watching it all the time.
Him and his wife holding each other as he cried. That's
Everyone around me,
what you love to
I
see.
don't know if we were really expecting that to happen that day, and it was just pure raw, you know, just emotion. So it was really cool.
This is impressive.
Their houses are literally bricks, ovens, 51.
What they call factory services support from KTM, but it's not the same as the bike that saved both.
They are brick ovens.
He's just in the fifth again. This is just
But that just tripped me out, like how
you can see it coming. I
they
mean,
don't have AC. Like AC is not common over there.
long, but to break through that podium, I think that was
Dude, I like that just blew my mind.
appreciation to his team. Everybody really enjoyed it. I know I did watching them.
But yeah, Mumford, bro, he finishes around top 5. He could really fucking podium if he, depending on second moto, he just stays consistent.
moto last week. They've been a
Didn't mean to put 51.
Motocross last year. This year, coming back from injury, has actually been solid in a couple of the motos. He's hanging tough in 6th ahead of Yoder. Great job on the Club MX Yamaha 7th. Turner 8th, Manier 9th, Dylan Schwartz 10th, then Cochran, then it is Kitchen and Beaumer as they head up Horsepower Hill.
Yeah, and speaking of Mumford, I mean, he was just second fastest rider on the racetrack. So, yeah, he's making passes, but he's got the speed as well. Outside of Cole Davies,
Dude, that's Washougal. Honestly, is one of the more beautiful tracks to me because of the forest. We have to go to the shops.
Is Manier, who's definitely been trending
Yeah, that's
in the right
crazy.
direction, chasing the
I mean, I get not having central air conditioning, but window units would be easy to put. Yeah, exactly.
Bucks Turner.
I'm with you on that one, Joe.
Fly Racing,
If
Robert
yeah,
Fly, debuting their
central air conditioning, I can understand that too. You are 100%.
at press day at this
I didn't think about that.
So you got Hyman
Why not just the why not the window
Schwartz
units?
8th, Schwartz 10th, Colt Timbo 38th, Parker Ross a tough one. He is in 40th. But Turner had a great start to the season.
Like I seen this thing where this English lady was talking about,
But was back this week
just put your feet in ice water.
in the top 10 right now.
We walk into shops to cool down. That's how bad it is. Damn, bro.
27 and 13. Levi's about 6 seconds behind these guys. Julian's
Makes me want to just send you a window unit.
7th, 8th, and 9th, or 8th, 9th, and 10th. He's gonna heat up.
Put your feet in cold water. Hey, Buck 10, what's up, homie? How's it going, dog?
Hey, the Monster Energy SMX playoffs are coming in September, and you have an opportunity for one of the
Put yogurt on your paint yogurt on your windows.
Camping is available at Round 1 in Columbus, Ohio, and the SMX Final at Thunder Ridge Nature Arena in Ridgedale, Missouri. And campers at the finale can also enjoy everything that the Big Cedar Lodge has to offer with the VIP Adventure Band. You get full access to Camp Long Creek, the pool and the boat ramp, 35% off boat rentals, and much more. Visit supermotocross.com for details and to secure your spot. Got that
Ooh, kitchen's up to 10th.
camping trackside.
Where's Juju? Did he? He might.
Camped out right now is Levi Kitchen.
Yeah, he's gonna get there too.
Waiting, and there it is,
Oh,
42 of Schwartz, and Manier got
Schwartz hit a fucking marker.
the track. Levi says, "Thank you. I need every position I can get."
Yeah, Dylan missed that double and then allowed Levi to get up the inside. So let's see if he can go.
Come on, Juju.
You got Kate Manier in front of him. Levi's running a good pace because as you can see him, he's going everywhere.
All good. Driving down a busy ass highway into Toronto. Tuned in with you for some motocross. My dog.
So clearly the 47
Oh yeah, man. Drive safe. I'll turn it up a hair, man. Just a little bit.
Thank you so much. And JT did also at the top of the show. He has not had the
It's a good race so far.
his home track. The Motos
This track is beautiful though. The vibe with the trees,
4, 9,
like it's in the forest, is dope. Yeah, I like it, dude.
only 10th right now.
It's one of my favorite looking tracks,
The best riding
in my
we've
opinion.
seen from him at Washougal, 'cause he is really slicing through.
Yeah, I agree with that. And know, Levi's starts haven't probably been the best over his career, so this track is very hard to pass. So a bad start might lead to just those finishes.
Come on,
no
Juju.
matter how good he rides.
He might be able to get a twofer.
Went down under
Casey's
the corner,
0.8
able to make
from
that
shorts,
pass.
and Juju's 1.5 from both of them.
Been riding as he scrubs up the inside of Manir. Manir closed that door.
Come on, Minier.
Manir not afraid to air it out. Kitchen using that trademark style hanging off the bike to get back to the young Australian.
Come on, Minier. Give that shit up.
Was trying to beat him down to that inside. He knew he wanted to try to get him here. Now his best opportunity is just to stay close to him. Kate's going to have to decide whether to go inside or outside before these wolves. Maybe Levi get a run.
And Beaumer is
That's the kind of track you would picture when somebody says outdoor motocross. Yeah,
between himself and one of his championship
facts.
Wants another spot here. Nice move.
Yeah, I don't think the shadows are going to be an issue for them today. It's overcast like a mofo there.
Now you got Swartz in front of you and Yoda right there. So doing a great job at
Come on, Juju.
continuing to move up.
Got a pack in front of him here.
In the wintertime, it's fucking freezing. I love to live in America. You boys have all the best stuff. We can't even fly our flag. The country is shit. Don't come to England. I seen shit like that, dude. Yeah, England's. I'm not political. I don't not to talk politics, but yeah, that shit wild over there.
See Manir trying to go back after Kitchen. And then you got Turner, who we mentioned, right ahead. Steve Beaumer, he has been stuck. He is
Oh, he got Cochran.
Kitchen were wheel to wheel for a while, but now it's 9th and 12th for the two of them.
Yeah, I think Levi, when he gets to those guys, he's just passing them in better places where it's not really holding him up. Because Julian has the pace. I'm looking at
Yeah, there's definitely not going to be shadows with all the overclouds. Yeah, I think that's going to be an advantage for everybody today. Because usually that kind of screws with people, but not today.
There he goes. Or Turner, excuse me.
Yeah, it's Turner. Yeah, I know it's tough.
Kitchen up to 8. 6 minutes left plus 3.
For Yoder, that 14th he got at a moto last week was his best.
7th or 6th. And he may level out at 6th.
Katie,
We know that this is one of the most scenic routes to a racetrack through Washougal, and if you guys get a chance to see it, there's a sign that basically honors Levi Kitchen here as it relates to Washougal. Now, in talking to him, he says it's so humbling. He says he doesn't like a lot of attention, but he says one of the things he wants to tell the people of the community of Washougal is that really anybody can do this as he's battling it out right now. You know, anybody can get on these dirt bikes. Anyone can go out and have some fun. And even talking to Mitch Payton about it, he says, you know, Levi,
Yeah, I'll be damned if somebody tells me what flag I can fly or what I can do on my own property. That's why I'll never live in an HOA. Man, when I was house shopping before I bought this house, I almost bought a house in an HOA. Thank God. Best decision I ever made, not doing it. Hopefully Juju doesn't have to take a shit again. And hey, it's kind of funny how many times you hear these riders like, oh man, I gotta take a shit. Like, we've seen Deegan do it, Juju. There was somebody else.
Good. I'm going to continue to fight, but the crazy part is, if you ask Julian what happened right there, he probably won't even remember.
But I mean, you're bouncing around and everything, dude. Like, you know, it's understandable.
Happens on this racetrack and just in general in 30 minutes plus 2. These guys forget a lot of stuff.
so Beaumer up to 11th now, but Kitchen in 7th. Kitchen has a long way to go to get any further.
Juju could get up there right behind Kitchen.
2 laps to go, but you can see the gap.
He just needs to put some giddy up in it.
Yeah, but Levi ran a 220 compared to Nate's 223, so he's got time to be able to do it if he has some clean laps, and you got to think that maybe he's even faster than what he's
I really want to see Kitchen get this title, though.
Well, what's crazy is this would be the 3rd best career moto finish at Washougal.
Especially like today, if he finishes on the podium today, he's getting the title.
And that is despite a first turn fall. Oh, Beaumer has caught the pack now. This duo of Yamahas.
Surprised he just doesn't fall out with all the bouncing around and jumping.
not only for his
Yeah.
safety, what happened last weekend, but
Clench some cheeks. Hope for the best.
allow yourself to get down too many points. I say that, you know, we just saw half the field crash in his first corner, but still, if he can get around these guys, I think it'd be still a great ride for Julian.
Hey, remember this guy? Cole Davies, who just wheeled away on lap
12
one,
seconds up,
12
dude.
second lead. Fastest lap of the race. And maybe he can say, look, that was just bad luck. Oh, and a crash there in the top box. That would be Cochran, I think, who had snuck into Schwartz and Turner. So Cochran goes down. As for Davies, look, no reason to think the confidence went away last week. It was just some crashes.
Yeah, Cole really got screwed over with that bike failure last race. Yeah, dude, that was. But I mean, dude, if he could win this shit, and if he comes back, and it's gonna be hard to root for who like. Oh, red flag.
There's nobody really in this class that I would say you would be afraid of. I mean, yeah, Levi and Julian, but there's no person in this. The only person I've
like it goes to the end, dude. You're like, it's gonna be hard. Who are you gonna want to go? Juju? Hell yeah, you would want to go for him. Kitchen? Hell yeah, you want to go for him. Cole? Yeah, and all these guys have had situations, and they're like going against adversary. HOA's homeowners association. So like, it's a group that runs and that oversees the neighborhood. You can't park, like they'll fine you if you park cars on the street. Your house has to be maintained. You can't have weeds. You have to cut your grass if you have it. You can't fly certain, like, if you know, they could complain about flags, your Christmas lights. If you make too much noise, they could. It's just a whole bunch of rules. And people take it way too serious. They think HOA is the law.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to try to get around Manier. Southside's been working well, but we know how good Caden is in his racecraft. We saw him with Joe Shimoda a few weekends ago and been getting better. He led some laps in both motos last weekend, so he's going to put up a fight throughout the rest of his moto.
Manier's turning. I don't know if you guys have seen Caden Manier's Instagram. Check it out. That kid is a content jewel. He is funny as fuck. They can find the shit out of you. Yeah, they can find you for anything. It's crazy. Hey, Bradley, look up HOA freakouts on YouTube. And look how serious people take that shit. Yeah, I live in an HOA community. Oh, man. And I used to be big. Like I was forging, and I had like I had a welder and everything. That's what stopped me from the HOA, because I would be making noise like that. It's crazy. Yeah, dude, HOA is no bueno. Crazy how you can still win the championship without a moto win or overall win. Inconsistency of this class. I will do things. Yeah, dude, they take it too serious, but it's funny when the HOA lady gets arrested.
Well, usually the way this dirt is, I mean, yeah, you get the roost on it, but it usually doesn't stick. I've noticed that it has. You know, you can see their front number plates.
3 to go. Where's Kitchen? 7th. Juju is 9th. 0.3 from Manier. He needs this pass on Manier, but Manier's not gonna make it easy. He was a little bulldog. Yeah, and if you do oil changes in the driveway and shit like that, they will complain. Hell yeah, they will.
And Beaumaire just took a face full of it.
Yeah, I remember these days I get roosted. Sometimes I gotta feel bad for the guy in front, because I get roosted, I get mad, and I take it out on the guy in front of me, but I shouldn't be behind him anyway.
Kitchen now fastest rider on track. He's cut the deficit to Thrasher to about
2.8
seconds.
Juju needs this. But yeah, you got Juju coming back from a broken back. Kitchen, all the ups and downs he's been going through. Davies, what happened last week. It's going to be a dope battle to the end with these guys, dude. And if you have a dirt bikes or motorcycles, I would definitely stay away from HOA. Yep.
Well, Stu, like you're saying, his racecraft, he's also been working on getting out of his comfort zone.
Motherfuckers are complaining. They hear a fucking dirt bike right away. They calling. Oh, is he gonna get it?
She's been helping him with a lap
Yep.
time. She's been keeping him accountable, and actually at the farm, he's been staying after rides just to kind of work exclusively with her. So he attributes a lot of that passing, a lot of what he's doing out on track to what she's putting.
Cole's ripping right now. Cole's on a different level. Rider D. He's had a quiet but a solid day. First moto,
On the year, why not? After how crazy this season has been so far,
start to finish.
he's in position if something breaks his way in Moto 2.
Yeah, and you kind of expect that. And just because Cole has found another level in this moto, Ryder D's having a good ride. And like you said, never know what happens in this class.
Only thing that stayed consistent is Cole. So really, like if that didn't happen to Cole last week, which was not his fault, he might have won.
Of improvement to JT.
Yeah, and he's shown signs of that here at this
But that
particular
one situation threw him off and caused more mistakes in the next moto.
The section that he just went through actually kind of jumped into the side of Deegan there and had a huge get off, but that was a battle for the lead. So he's shown a lot of promise at this racetrack, and like you guys said, crazier things have happened. If he can stay consistent here and put himself in good position, we could be looking at his first ever overall here.
Yeah, he was saying yesterday he's still.
Where's Mumphy? Fifth still.
Have that day where he leaves. He thinks he can get to the point where he could have a day where he leaves.
Kitchen got Thrasher.
I was the best guy that day.
Good ride from Juju and Kitchen. They both went through the pack.
Thrasher and Kitchen is past him. Kitchen is now in 6th. What a salvage job.
Yeah, really good ride by Levi on this. And even Julian running down at 8th. Maybe he can get past Nate. But really good ride. And like you said, maybe
Dude, it's like foggy. Is it raining?
best ride that I've seen him here at Washougal. But at the same time, Levi,
I don't think it's raining. I think it's just foggy. I don't see people with umbrellas.
like I said in KTM Keys and Moto, no place like home.
Well, he's learned a couple of tricks to help deal with the home track thing a little bit.
I got a cantaloupe from the store today, and I swear to God, it's the best I've ever gotten. Shit is so. Dude, I love cantaloupe. Oh my God, I haven't had one in so long. I forgot all about cantaloupes until you just said that.
But he's trying to just
Ah, dude, that's the best when you get a fucking the perfect cantaloupe. Dude. Oh, I'm about to text somebody. They bringing a cantaloupe today.
Yeah, you hear the air horns going. Is there time? Man, he's got 9 seconds to Mumford. And time has expired, so he's going to have to hope for a mistake. But still last to 6th. Not too shabby.
Yeah.
Not really good.
Ha! Fuck you mean? I'm gonna eat some cantaloupe today too, homie.
Pretty good. I think
I forgot all about them shit.
goes down.
Those things are bomb.
He's probably going to be pretty comfortable with that 6th place. I'm sure Mitch should be happy. This race could have went sideways really quick, and considering the red plate, I'm telling you, they got to change the color a little bit. Think about not running it.
Last lap for Kitchen.
So the white flag was already out for the leader, Davies. Now it's out for Kitchen.
Juju got down to 4.5 seconds.
It's a bit of a mic drop moment right here.
Probably one of my favorite fruits with pineapple as my second. Pineapple's fire too.
Right now, just like the Ryder D in 2nd, he's relaxing, recovering, so you can't even really look at, okay, maybe he'll be tired or whatnot. Levi had to come up to the pack. All signs point to the 37, possibly doing what we've seen in the past, going 1-1, but who knows how this class is, but he looks good.
3.5. He's closing that gap fast.
That he already had coming into this was the most in the class. So there's a lot of data that shows that after the first couple rounds,
2.9.
Davies has been on balance, maybe the best guy. But again, in this class, they just keep.
Come on, broadcast. Go to Juju.
Last week went like momentum had slipped away, but he's quickly rectified that.
Woo!
Showing the fans some style.
Man. Goddamn. Do that bitch into the sand. And a little up.
Turn down for what? Turn down for what? How about celebrating a moto win? And
Davies shitting on him right now.
challenge. He quickly
2.2.
and way to hit the reset button. Oh, control alt delete on everything that
We
went
must
down.
be well behind over here. What the fuck is a cantaloupe?
And the young man from New
It's a fruit. I don't know what the hell kind it is, but it's just so fire, bro.
last turn. Checker flag out.
1.2. Can Juju do it?
Cole Davies is back in this 250 championship. Davies dominates Moto 1 at Washougal.
First time he's ever been here, gets it done.
Undefeated. He's undefeated.
Yep, and that's, good ride by chance. Looks like he's in 3rd place. Ryder D should be in front of him. There's Ryder D.
Yep. So career best for DeFrancesco, 2nd.
Damn, dude. He's going to finish on his back tire.
Top 5s. Checking the box in Moto 1 with the 3rd.
I see people online saying they can see Deegan going back down to a 250 for World Supercross or whatever, but that doesn't make sense to me. He's the fastest American 450 rider we have. For World Supercross or the MX of Nations? Uh, but what I would say though, we will never see him on a 250 again. And see with the MX of Nations, that could honestly hinder his Supercross prep. You know what I mean? So I would love to see him race nations. Like, obviously represent America. I would love to see it. But like, yeah, if he does that, that means he's gonna have to stay riding outdoors for longer, which is gonna cut into his Supercross prep. His main focus is gonna be Supercross on that 450. He's gonna have a big chance. Supercross slows people down, but it's more capable of being wide open. It's gonna fit his style. People say it's not. I think it's gonna fit his style. It's gonna be like an RV Ryan Villapoto kind of thing. Him going to when RV went to the 450s Supercross, he got better. I think that's gonna be the thing with Deegan too. But then also what I'm hearing too, Star Yamaha wants to be paid for it, so I don't know. I won't be mad if he doesn't go. But my personal opinion, we will never see him on a 250 again. If anything, if they go, it should be Tomac, Deegan, 450s, Justin Cooper 250. Because we know if it's going to be Levi, the top 250 guy, pro circuit, I don't think they're really. Well, I mean, Kawasaki's not really. They don't. I don't know. I don't think we'll see a pro circuit rider. You see Juju on a 250. KTM's all in with that. Davies, he's not American. Ryder D, I don't think would be a good choice. There's people better. But yeah, my team would be Tomac, Deegan 450s with Justin Cooper on a 250. Like watermelon green with the red inside sprinkle sugar on it. Nah, it's like a. Yeah, let me find it real quick.
In Minnesota, he dominates the first moto here.
This is a cantaloupe right here.
Washington, the teenager out of New Zealand. Here's the Monster Energy race recap fueled by Fred Meyer. Amazing start for Davies and several of his teammates. That's the good news. The bad news is the second teammate, the 180 of Gordon, goes down.
Yeah, it looks like
Watermelon with sugar on it. That is fire though.
there. And luckily for Cole Davies, he wasn't caught up in this incident, but the points leader and the guy in second are caught up. Julian Beaumire, Levi Kitchen. You can see Levi trying to get his motorcycle up. See a couple other guys, and then you're going to see Cole Davies in this shot. You probably won't see much more of him in this race because nobody else did. Unfortunately for Pierce Brown, he goes down in that corner. Just came back, his first race back this year in motocross, and ended pretty quickly there. But then the battle for the championship was on. We thought maybe it'd be up front, but it was for 10th, 11th, 15th. These guys had to make their way up through the pack, which both of them did a great job at getting inside the top 10. But eventually, Levi was going to get around Julian. Great pass for him. Looks like Julian got caught up behind a couple guys, lost his rhythm, and Levi really took advantage.
Yeah, second week in a row, Kitchen got it hit with the crash on the start.
That was probably for like 8th or something, but yeah, Levi put a strong rod and really turned it a bad opportunity to actually a great moto, probably his best moto here. Gets inside there, and then Julian Beaumire, eventually Cade Manier had some great lines, really fighting, loved the racecraft from this kid, but eventually Julian put that pressure on him, was able to get around him, and he finishes a couple spots behind Levi in this one. But Cole Davies, I don't know if it's a reset. Man, that was a turn down for what right there. But yeah, Cole has been strong. He has been dominant when he's won these races. And just like the other ones, nobody was even close to the 37 here. Cole Davies, Moto 1.
That's the mic drop from Davies. But we'll have Jason Thomas pick one up, and we will talk to the 37 back out front in 250 motocross.
Praying Deegan gets a good start. Yup. Yup. That Kawasaki would look even better if it was all gray without the green front plate and a fender, in my opinion. They need to change that font too. I'm not a fan. Well, it could be World War II theme.
Throwing a couple whips out there, but no, I feel good and yeah, ready for Moto 2.
Great job, feeling spicy, Weege.
All right, we don't have Wasabi Joe with us anymore with Shimoda.
You know, when I heard his interview after practice, he's a man of few words, and
Yes.
he had only a few, and that told me he's meant business here today. Cole Davies showed him.
The less talk, the more results, maybe.
Spicy.
From Davies. DeFrancesco, as mentioned, that's a career best. We'll chat with him in a moment. And Hymas back up on the podium. Bennick and Mumford, more great rides from them. Kitchen back to 6th, as mentioned. Yoder hangs on for
Preston
11th.
Bowes plug.
Cochran we saw go down. Recovers for 13th. Turner and Welton next. Brock Bennett going to grab the last championship point there.
Aiden Kiefer 28th. I wonder what. I probably went down.
Breaking into the pro ranks now after a couple injuries as the top amateur, 22nd. Towers, 24th. And show you who rounds out the field here. Saw Hayes Edwards, I think, had bike problems right there at the end. Saw him pushing it right past our booth here. And Brown, you saw, was out early after getting into that first turn crash. Ryder D, could he be the potential 7th overall winner of the season? Let's chat.
Still waiting for Deegan to show up with a Metal Militia Fox collaboration kit. Maybe he'll do it in Supercross next year. That shit was so dope. Supercross or yeah, maybe Supercross.
Yeah, the track's actually really good today. I'm enjoying it. I woke up excited to come race today, and yeah, Cole just had really good speed in the beginning, and he got away, and it was really hard to bridge that gap back. So yeah, go back, watch some footage, and just see where we can be better. But these Washougal fans are great, and I'm glad to be up here.
Great job. We'll see you in an hour or so.
That was a good ride.
Dude, and Metal Militia they've been really picking up steam. Especially like in Australia.
And the stretch run, 3 races in Pro Motocross to
But I believe we'll see a Militia kit.
It'll be Unity
Militia Fox collab.
Race day live on August the 15th, 10 a.m. And the racing begins at 1.
Like that Thor Militia kit. Sick.
Right here on Peacock or the SMX Video Pass.
And I feel like Fox will fucking do even better.
Monster Energy upcoming schedule. Chance Hymas usually
Or he'll eventually make his own team to just have exclusive Metal Militia gear. Dude, if he ever does, and I think he will do a Team 38, his own team, watch it be Metal Militia gear with like Fox Metal Militia, like co-sponsor kind of thing. What do you call that? Title sponsors.
Yeah, definitely. It's hard to argue that. No, I'm just coming around on the bike. The team's been working really hard, and yeah, I'm just getting myself better as well each race, and so everything working together. It's been coming along good, and yeah, just happy to be back on the box, and hopefully keep logging results like this. But yeah, avoided some carnage on the start, and kind of set myself in a good position, and yeah, I was just in third the whole moto. I was struggling with some line choice and kind of got gapped, and started coming back a little bit the last few laps. So hopefully found some good lines for the second moto, but yeah, feeling good.
Third the whole moto's better than 7th or 8th the whole moto. Great job. We'll see you at Moto 2.
And people are mad that what Deegan did in Super Motocross or the SMX got 13 minutes until 450 motor drop. But people are mad. It's like, dude, you see the kit he was wearing? What do you expect? He was wearing a fucking gnarly ass kit. You can't wear that kit and bitch up.
Bam Bam and Danger Boy, easy first moto win for Hunter Lawrence. 450 Moto 2. Hunter sweeps from the outside to get the whole shot. You saw it coming, James Jet Lawrence to the lead.
I was banging militia back in the day, even got militia tattoo. Bro, when I was 15 to 18, I was rest in peace, my brother, bro, DQ. That fool looked. Watch, let me show you a picture. You go to my Instagram real quick. This fool looked like Twitch, right? We were young kids, tatted up. We had the militia gear on, bro. We were all militiaed out. Had our dirt bikes everywhere we went, and people would call me like this, or call us the Twitch and Scummy of like our area we lived in. Well, look at this motherfucker. Where's my shit? So like this was 16. Like look at this one right here. Nose pierced bandanas. Dude, I was 16 right here. So that's my boy right here. He was like Filipino and everything. But that's like the only picture I have of me on my dirt. Well, where are my two? I have my one of my 250. Did I? Oh, I thought I had it. But yeah, we were all, dude, we were the militia guys in our area, dog. I worked at a dirt bike shop. I had a GED. I got sent to military school when I was like 15, 16. So I got my GED there. He dropped out. All we did was just work. Like I don't know what he did. I forgot what he did. He did something, but I'll work at the shop part-time. Then after work, go pick him up, load the bikes up, and we would go film. At night, we would park. Dude, it was the best time of my life. There's nothing but dirt bikes, partying. Yeah, that's the only picture that survived. Little badass baby. RIP my dog, dude. And that dude had Tourette's too. Like how Twitch does this. I swear on my skin, bro. The homie had Tourette's too. He did the same shit as Twitch. Like, oh man, I miss my bro, man.
Take your race day experience to the next level. Download the official SMX World Championship app.
Deegan's dad saying Metal Militia was a sponsor for Star. Yeah, it was one of the original sponsors in the beginning.
All included in that app, so download it. It's the SMX World Championship app.
Yeah, they were OG sponsors for Cooper Webb and Martin.
And you would have seen things like this. The 106, we give a shout out to Stefan Rabini, the Frenchman. He is going to be the FMF Privateer Power Award winner. Decent job in qualifying, getting in a lot of the races this year. So well done and good job to the 106. But the best performance of all in qualifying.
What do you guys think of the fly gear drop? That's dope, homie. Twitch came to London to ride a Battersea Power Station Fighters same year. Luck that the crowd went mad for Twitch. Yeah, Twitch is cool as hell, man.
For the 38. Yeah, he's sounded good on that podium after his interview, and yeah, I think Hayden's gonna be here to play if he gets a start. I think I might be feeling dangerous today.
Is it rain? That track looks like it's just getting. But I don't see nobody with umbrellas and shit.
The Lawrences keep their win streak alive. More racing en route from Washougal.
Where's a picture of my 250? I thought I had that on there.
Class is headed to the gate for Moto 1.
Excuse me.
And the Hondas of Jet and Hunter Lawrence do lead the points. You saw it coming, James Jet Lawrence to the lead. Now Hunter tries to come back. Woo! To Jet, who crashes while leading and got pegged by the bike. 1-1.
Got pegged by the bike is crazy. I forgot. I didn't even realize that's what he said last week.
Hayden Deegan wins and dominates. The end of the day at Washougal.
Well,
The 450 field is ready to race in Washington State.
05 or the 04 250F. 16 years old smoking cigarettes. Thinking I was a little badass. With my rib tattoos. My rib tattoo. That was my first tattoo. Can't even see that, man. I thought I was a fucking gangster. I thought I was the shit. Definitely does look damp.
Is running for Congress because Arizonans are struggling. She'll fight to build a future for all of us.
I'm Joanna Mendoza, and I
All right, 450 podium. I'm gonna have Deegan. Ooh, this one will be crazy. Deegan, Hunter, Marchbanks for third place. I've got my RM 250 07 model with the militia stickers on it. My 125. It was an 01 125. That picture, that old picture. But I had the Moto Triple X what's it stickers. I can't even fucking the Moto Triple X stickers on it with the dice. Man, it was sick. And then I had a blue tire on the back. Dude, my shit was sick.
They could cut the lunch line.
All this?
All at Walmart prices? Who knew?
Knowledge is power.
With 2 kids and busy schedules, you gotta find the wins. And Dick's new Scorecard Plus membership is an easy W.
For $99 a year, you get over $350 in benefits.
It pays for itself with $100 in annual bonus rewards, free shipping every day, and more. Join Scorecard Plus.
I was smoking stogies at 14. Man. So like that's where I kind of got my name Steezy from. Because Steezy has different meanings. You got Steezy as style, or you got like Steezy as cigarettes. Steezy came because I always had cigarettes. So when I was on probation and I was doing community service with inmates from Pinal. Was it the prison? I think it was a prison in Florence. And I'll give them $5 in cash, street money, and they would bring me the next day a pack of fucking Camel White non-filters from the yard. Always had them bitches on me, 2 in my ear, and I was smoking one, and that's where I got Steezy from. Little ass kid smoking. I was like 14, 15. I was like 15. But those like 15, 16, 15, 16, 18, 19. I think it was something to 19. It was like 4 or 5 years. It was like a 4-year period of my life, dude. It was the funnest time of my life with dirt bikes. Free riding, hitting tracks. We filmed so much. And I lost all that footage when my homie died.
Doing it as well. The gear, a lot of it custom made as well. Always fun to come out here. They really improved this military appreciation race, adding a few more layers every year. The Huffman
got yellow tires on mine with black rim gold hubs. Nice.
We salute the service of those that keep America free. We transition back to the racing 450 Moto 2 KTM key to the Moto, James.
Yeah, this goes to Hayden Deegan. The opportunity awaits now. We know you love this racetrack. We know it's maybe not.
Yeah, I had the straight freestyle look. I had the black plastics, the Moto Triple X stickers, blue back tire.
Let's turn this thing into a Moto win. Can we get it done here? Moto 1.
Missed that bike.
Riders just finishing up the sight lap, so got plenty of time before this moto begins. But yes, Deegan's record in the 250 class very good. The Lawrence's record not bad, but not as good as it is at other tracks.
Yeah, my podium: Deegan, Hunter, Marchbanks. I'm probably gonna be so wrong, but okay, we'll make it fun. More than likely, it'll probably be Hunter, Jet, Deegan.
Going for a while in the first session, ended up second overall. So a lot of different riders that could excel at this track, maybe have some breakout days. So we'll get some of those stories. Let's go around the berm first with Jason Thomas.
Well, I don't know if this is going to be a breakout day for.
Oh, it's that dude. That's the old man. So he was 39. I thought he was in the 40s.
The last time he qualified for a national was here 20 years ago. Now we call him
What?
Gary because he's old. He's almost 40 years old. He's back. He just wanted to do this one-off race and prove to himself that he was good enough to make the field again. And guess what? He did it, going through the LCQ. So great job to Gary Sutherland, and good luck today.
That is a great story, JT. Thanks for that. Well, Hayden Deegan was the first time he was the fastest qualifier in the 450 class, but it wasn't without a whole lot of efforts. In fact, last night his flights got delayed getting in. He hadn't taken a look at the track until he rolled up for the qualifying session in his gear. And talking with his dad, Brian Deegan, the advice today is just send it. Just twist the throttle and go
Send
out
it.
there and have some
I ain't rode it for years. It's in my front room on a jack-up stand. It's mint. Sick. I would ride my bike on the dirt roads through the mountains all the time near me. That's where I did a lot of my riding. And that and the trails. Yeah, living in the desert, bro. We got so many places to ride out here.
This moto is for a lot of reasons. This championship. He doesn't like that blue number plate. He wants that red one that his brother has. He's going to start here this first moto. Can he gain some points and win this moto?
What I love about living out here, you can ride anywhere. The closest track is like an hour and something away, Casa Grande or Phoenix. We had a track here in Tucson, but they shut it down years ago.
We know each other's racecraft, we know each other's moto cadences and pace, and when we push and stuff. So
said, everyone's so used to seeing it now. It's almost a compliment to be, you know, one of the, I mean, not I want to say the only rider, but one of the very, very, very limited guys to be able to take a championship down to the last round in previous years with him, a few points here and there, and keep him on his toes. So.
Yeah, since the Lawrences are in this class, Chase Sexton is the only other rider who has won an overall. Can the Lawrence brothers keep that alive? You see the points. The 10-point gap, Hunter over Jet right now, is comparatively large to where it's been all year. There's still 8 motos to go, so wipe that out pretty quickly.
How long did it take Hunter to start? He was a bridesmaid for a while. This is like the first year he's really started making noise. Okay, here we go.
A lot of times that changes that story as soon as you see what happens out of the gate.
Yeah, it's going to be good, but like you said, it all really depends on this gate. They have been so strong.
I live right in the Hudson River, so it's a valley between 2 mountains with a decent sized state park like 10 minutes from where I live, so there was a lot of trails. Oh, that would be so sick. 30-second board about to go up.
Last weekend was kind of a struggle. They made some changes to the bike. We know how good he is at this racetrack. See if the ET3 can show us something today.
And the Lawrences spent the week in California this year to try to prepare for the harder, more slippery dirt, which they had not done leading into Washougal in previous years. So is that what it takes to keep the streak alive?
Oh my God.
Or Prado or Tomac or someone upset them? And Hunter maintain the point lead over Jet? So much on the line today, and that's part of the reason this crowd is absolutely...
Damn, what happened? Something happened to him.
For this 450 Moto 1 from Washougal. Let's go. Deegan's got it. He's got the whole shot. Teammate Cooper Webb right with him. Oh no, and Deegan.
Damn.
Oh man, I was about to say it's the first time he's led anything.
Damn, he had the start. Damn.
All the way to last place. I couldn't even get I'm feeling dangerous out before he goes down.
Yeah, dangerous to the wrong way. Yeah, very similar to what Gordon did in the 250s. And guess who's out front is Jet Lawrence.
Jet Lawrence.
That sucks. Well, see what he does.
Right there. Let's see if Jet can kind of continue that momentum he had in that second moto. He was your fastest in that second qualifying here today. He looked good.
That was a super good start. RJ's 36th place.
Hunter Lawrence makes the pass on Cooper Webb and Jorge Prado right there.
Yeah, I'd say the 96 feeling pretty good right now. I didn't know that would happen that quickly, and he's already starting to close up on Jet.
Yeah, to me, that what Hunter's doing tells me he knows that Jet's starting to get back to his normal self. Because normally what you see with Jet,
He had it. He definitely had it, man.
to find his flow, and when he does, most likely you ain't gonna pass him. And we saw Hunter really do that last weekend, really kind of attack him out front. Now he's gonna try to do it again here at Washougal. But you know Jet knows that as well. They put a little bit of water down on this track, so you got to be careful.
Deegan certainly learned that the hard way in this first turn. Actually, it's really turn 2. He will be credited with the whole shot out of turn 1, but here's the trouble.
Yeah, all good. Feet on the pegs, and you can see just start losing the front end. There's a little ridge on there where the track markers is, and you can just see that front tire start pushing it, and he was going down for a long time. So just like last weekend, he was able to not get hit, but costly for...
And then this is RJ Hampshire in the back on lap 1 down also.
Yeah, he started losing the front end.
He's going to be pissed.
Kind of gets clipped by the other guy.
Yeah, man.
That's what happens when you're the back of the pack,
But this is going to be a good track for him, so we'll see how...
when you see these two guys out front, we've seen it time to time this year. And there you go.
Look at the graphic on the left side. Yeah, Hunter and Jet a huge advantage on lap 1 average positioning. Also saw Tondel and Finnis down on the outside of that.
Damn, he just got up to 19th.
The chain reaction of Deegan going down, so a lot of fast riders in the back.
Yeah, I think Hunter probably gave Jet, maybe made a small mistake because the gap's a little bigger than probably you will want, but some parts of this racetrack, you got to drop back. You don't want to sit there and eat that roost, and depending on how he's feeling, probably feels pretty confident that, hey, if I just...
He got up to 18th in a few minutes.
Into this moto, see how it plays it out. They might be fighting again.
Dude, that track is gonna fucking be slippery.
Seat in the middle, try to keep the kids away from each other. Don't get too close. That might be the situation here because I do feel like last week was about as close.
Tomac 19th place.
As we've seen them with each other.
No, it was. I mean, really, Hunter was leaning in. Jet was putting it in. There was almost some furniture moving over here, but you got to believe as this championship tightens up towards the end of this, somebody's going to have to, move the couch over.
Hopefully he can get back up far enough to get a decent gate pick next moto. I think he's gonna get up there, bro. He's already 18th.
And Mitchell Harrison behind. Harrison running well in 5th.
Yeah, this part of the racetrack, you actually can move up.
He'll be top 5 somewhere for sure, as long as he,
Small mistake, just because of the slower speeds.
Dude, that was such a good start. Jump too.
If you're in second where Hunter, when that guy breaks, just give a little bit of extra gas. So it's not surprising to see Hunter close in on that part of the racetrack. As soon as you say that, Jet opens that gap, and Hunter has to go back to work.
Well, that's what makes it so hard to figure out who's the best of these two, and also so tough to beat them. You never quite know. If you're
He's up to 13th now.
maybe for a section, maybe for a lap, maybe not. Katie.
Yeah, this week we know that they went to California, but another thing that changes the two brothers is they have slightly different shock and fork settings after Millville. Now, another thing that happened is we saw it yesterday in press. They were riding each other's bikes, and in talking to the team, they said that setup is so similar to one another. Their technique and riding similars aren't the same, but similar enough. And you don't often have time on track to try due to two different settings at once. And with these two guys, the way that they ride, they're capable and able to do that. A big advantage for that team.
Yeah, it's so hard to figure out the entire puzzle. How much is it just them? How much is it the program, the team, the working together? It's all mixed in there, all to the benefit of each other.
Yeah, I mean, you see the benefits of when in like the 250 class, when Cole Davies doing good, you normally see his teammates up there as we're watching.
He knows he has what it takes, which has to be the most frustrating part for him. But this is rookie season. Get all his wrinkles, makes it out now. Did you see him? The video of him after Moto 1 last weekend, going from last to 4th. He got off the bike and you heard him scream, "I'm tired of fucking losing." Damn, somebody was down right there. All right, Deegan's 10th now. Marchbanks.
Oh, man, Garrett. That's such momentum going second fastest in qualifying.
Yeah, and that's a fast section where you
I can honestly Deegan get up to 3rd place.
probably rolled over a few times, but good to see Garrett.
But yeah, that has to be frustrating for Deegan. But dude, his jumps and go back to his other bad fortunes on the starts. He's gotten good starts or jump. The jumps are always good.
Yeah, just to add a little context, we saw both Hayden Deegan and Marchbanks was pulling off. They're doubling over that little bump there, which is a really unique line.
Yeah, I saw what lap time looking like. I saw that. What are his lap time? He's throwing up 221s. And that's in traffic. So Webb is the 4th fastest person. Well, he's in the 221s. Then it goes to Prado 217, Hunter 217, and then Jet 216.
Everybody, he was down just 7 minutes ago, and what you would essentially consider about last place. And here he is going after Bloss for 9th. Unreal.
Yeah, and we saw this last weekend. Obviously, he didn't get up that quickly, but just the different riding compared to earlier in the year, just the way he's moving through the field, and that's what impressed me the most. Just keeping the same kind of lap times, but just his intensity. The guy's moving up front. Same thing we've seen previous weekend.
Bloss here on the Liqui Beta had his best run of the season last week with 8th overall. But it's going to be tough.
I don't know. 4th place guaranteed, maybe 3rd if he pushes it. Because there's like a 12-second gap between Prado and Webb, so.
Yes, pick your battles carefully, Benny. So Deegan goes by. He's up to 9th. Jordan Smith will be next.
Deegan just another Blake Baggett? No, definitely not.
Monster Yamaha Star Racing Team. Smith now on the Triumph. You just saw him at the top of the hill.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of this moto, Hayden, if he stays up, he's definitely going to be within 4th at this moto for sure. He's not even 10 seconds behind, about 10 seconds behind Cooper Webb in 4th place right now.
Yeah, see, that's what I said. 4th place guaranteed. 3rd, he pushes. But he needs to get past a couple of these guys fast if he wants to do that.
He was surprised he was running with Tomac and then passed him in Moto 2. Now look, Tomac was just getting back to racing, but Benny's going to take the wins where he can get them. And he was so much happier with the motorcycle. It's the first year this beta team has raced full-time in pro motocross. They had been a supercross-only team. But Benny and his teammate Mitch Oldenburg at rounds 1 and 2 of supercross both got hurt. So the team just moved back to motocross and they'll be ready.
Great on a 250. Forget it on a 450. Yeah, that's not.
On this terrain. And here's Deegan again closing on Smith.
Yeah, I was there at the opening race. Benny actually got hurt in press day. Yeah. You know, like
Did he push it though, or just save it for Moto 2? Honestly, I would probably save it for Moto 2. That would be me personally, but you know how that fool, how this fool is.
basically had a straight shot. It's going to be on the outside, continue that momentum.
Marchbanks, dude, bummer.
Mechanics area. He'd been running so well the last couple of weeks. Now did have that early crash last week at Moto 1.
But last week was hot as fuck. This week is not hot, so he's not going to be gassed. He can just forget about the Lawrences and focus on himself. Why would he? No. If you want to be great, dude, why?
Not even taking on risks. Spot him before it even lands.
You want to go after the best. So if he,
I'm wrong. He had to pull a tear off.
what would you rather have Deegan do? Oh, okay, I'm gonna try to go beat Ferrandis. I want to beat Ferrandis. Nah, dude, you want to be the best. You got to go after the best.
After the first turn,
You need to keep him in your sights, and you need to keep focused on them. Learn from them, and just try to get better and better. The goal should be beating the Lawrences. You got everybody else beat except those two guys. That's all he needs to focus on are those two guys.
Yeah, I just wanted to see if Hayden's pulling off this double at the top of the hill that may have been the culprit for Marchbanks. He's the only guy that I've seen doing it, setting up here, and you want to carry a lot of speed, cut across this inside, and get over that bump right there. That is so much quicker than what everybody else has been
Damn, that is a good line.
cutting off essentially 10 feet of the racetrack by sticking to the inside and also going over the bump instead of jumping off of it. So it's the little things here where Hayden Deegan's making up a lot of time on his competitors.
Yeah, and I agree. And
The way his mindset works is he needs the competition in his head. He needs it. Dude, and getting his ass beat, he's getting mollywopped by the brothers. And it's just gonna freaking, if you do it, use it correctly, it could fuel you. Or it could break you.
Hayden looks right now, so throwing a little whip for the crowd. Probably going to launch this as well. He's looking pretty good, Katie.
Well, Stu, I mean, remember he grew up on hardpack, right, in California. And
He got
he's one of those
20
guys
plus,
that
so he's gonna be passing Barsha.
rules and ruts. Some of these guys get real timid or nervous.
17 seconds from 4th to 3rd. I don't, that's gonna be a,
Seeing that grit
we'll see.
that he has right now on this 450.
Yeah, and the way he rides the motorcycle, he's very, wide open. Early in the year, they were talking about he needed to shift more. He's obviously figured a lot of that out. You wouldn't think that on these slipperier racetracks that this would be his cup of tea, but Hayden's showing he can ride anywhere.
battling with his new BFF, Justin Barsha. They got together in a moto last week. They actually both enjoyed that kind of racing. And then we saw them in practice goon riding, kind of goofing off, riding together, wheeling. And now they're going to battle. So this should be fun to watch.
It's always anytime you get
He needs to train on European tracks.
they're friends, so
That'd be so dope to see him go to MX GP
but fun racing. Little Cooper Webb
eventually.
right in front of Hayden Deegan. The way Hayden's ride, man, you got to think maybe
Gotta focus on the American circuit. But I mean, that would benefit. I would benefit any rider. But the thing with the European guys, those guys, yes, they stepped their game up, and I feel like majority of them have passed up a lot of Americans. MX2 wise, well, really not for some 450, not all 450, a couple of them. But those dudes are outdoors all year. I don't think their results would be as good if they did like what they do with Supercross and outdoors.
Comfortable on that Ducati first-year program, first-year motorcycle for Ducati in this sport. Barsha's definitely better, but it's not going to be easy to hold off Deegan.
Yeah, that was that section JT was talking about. Hayden wasn't able to get it. Probably a good thing that he didn't, but watch his line right here. He's carrying his momentum. He's staying here. He's going to go around the outside, cuts back, just really kind of keeping him confused.
Nice.
Barsha going to be nice with it. Split lane.
Hayden thought about it. He was like, I think we're cool.
Nice.
I don't know.
Nice.
Justin, when he
That was a good pass on Barsha.
fight for it. But good pass.
Roll speed. There you go.
Feel this charge from Danger Boy up to 5th from last. 13 minutes in.
Got his teammate Cooper Webb there.
right, he's gonna have a 20-second gap to Prado.
Yeah, here we go. Battle of the teammates. And Deegan,
Woo!
incredible corner speed outside to inside and a pass.
That was a nasty scrub.
I was thinking you might get me later, but yeah.
All right, now he got clean air in front of him.
That jump, he would at least try to charge down the inside. You're gonna watch this gap pull away pretty quick.
And the damage is done, though. He has 21 seconds he'd have to make up on Prado. We'll see if he can get there.
16 plus 3.
At Southwick was battling around 6 last week, got a flat tire. So Webb is actually happy with his progress. He was fighting for top 10 earlier in the year, and he and Deegan had these good starts. But here's the crash from Deegan.
Yeah, 14 minutes ago, Hayden Deegan was leading this race, and shortly after that, Hayden Deegan was dead last. But it wasn't long.
We're going to say 38th. 2 Kawasaki's were down.
All right.
38 for 38. See, yeah, right there.
He's stretching, doing a little yoga. And that's what's even impressive. For him to make all those passes, you see he's not even on the gas. Straighten up the motorcycle, but he knew what he was going to be able to do. You know what I like about Hayden's lines right here when you watch him? What he's doing is he's making a lot of angles on these corners, and what he's trying to do is find traction. You'll see him right on the edges of the track, and he just seems like he's staying out of that loose stuff, that shiny stuff, and he's got that momentum up.
Mark Finnis is now out of the moto. Is one of those Kawasaki's that was down on the outside of the second turn. So
Where the brothers at?
story for him, but it's done at least for this race.
They're not far from each other too. Hunter could start making a little push on Jet.
Still able to get Jet in sight.
Yeah, I saw Hunter put in some good lap times. They're really matching these times. Hunter put in a hot lap, Jet to do the same thing.
So we asked Hunter.
He got a fairly open track in front of him, so hopefully he can make up some good time. Yeah.
It's really cool to be battling with your brother. It's really special. So I'm enjoying it. It's fun. Obviously, I'd rather be ahead for sure, but it is what it is. I think I'm looking forward to it. Obviously, I really badly want to win, but I'm not trying to get too fixated on the end result. You know, whatever happens, and whatever we finish, I think. For me, I still can't look at it as a negative year. You know, it was still a decent year or decent outdoor season.
You got to give Jet credit too, bro. Injury he had to still be doing what he's doing. And there's a reason why he's the best in the world.
So we're gonna go out, just try and ride the best I can, and try and make my brother's life a little bit painful and give him some help. But no, I'm looking forward to it. The battle has been great, especially last weekend. I had a lot of fun before I went down, so looking forward to it.
Hey,
Stop,
Dan,
Logan.
watch the race back this week. I noticed something. I
What?
want to see your
Here,
opinion
Paul.
on it. You know, these two battle. We haven't seen it a lot this season. You know, going back years we have, but it's kind of a different dynamic now. And the way they battle.
The gap on Prado from Hunter is starting to grow.
I felt like last week Hunter was taking
Gap with Deegan and Prado is pretty much staying around the same. It's moving hundredths of a second, but get out my face, fool.
leaning on him. He would go outside and kind of force the issue and push Jet out, knowing that they're brothers, knowing that they're so close, knowing that there's not going to be a move that's over the line. Did you feel that or see that as like a really unique battle because there's so much trust that they kind of take advantage of that sometimes?
Oh, absolutely. And like you said, last weekend was the first weekend that we've seen them that close where it was on display. But I talked about this on my podcast and times on the broadcast.
Even Hunter, bro. Hunter's gotten, he's leveled up so much. This one season. He stepped up.
Of not really knowing that guy. So there's a compensation that you have to make of fear. These two don't have it. And so when they race each other, they're racing each other at the best.
Deegan's starting to be faster than Prado now.
So when our guys relax, he's comfortable, they go fast. So they're not nervous, anything. And I think it just makes it really hard. But absolutely, JT, when you watch them race, especially last
See, and what's cool for me too is and once Deegan's figuring it out, but his style, the aggressive, just full pinned, and then you see the brother like Jet style, he's just smooth. I like how you got these two opposites just battling like they are. Not with each other, I'm just like in general. Once Deegan figures it out and they're battling like people have been wanting, we'll see it more. But I just love the different styles these two guys got.
13th. And Hampshire, you saw the early crash. He is 15th. So nice little battle here. Ferrandis closing on Barsha there, wheel to wheel.
You can honestly say these two guys are fighting for that last Ducati seat now that RJ signed with Ducati.
Now you got the Ducati and their teammates, but I would say probably Dylan and Barsha, they probably wouldn't lean on each other the way we saw Hunter and Jet, because of, you know, they've had history, even though they're teammates and they wouldn't do anything. It's just the different dynamics between being teammates, friends, compared to being teammate and brothers. And with the Lawrences, they always bleed family first, and you see it on the racetrack as it's like Dylan's going to have the pass around his teammate here.
Oh, yeah, I don't think they even hide it. If you ask the team over there, they will say Dylan and Justin, not best of friends.
It would be interesting to see Jet or Hunter on a different bike just to see if being on the Honda makes much of a difference. I doubt it would, but it would be interesting. It would be interesting to see. But we're gonna see those dudes retire on those Hondas. I keep hearing about like a big deal that they signed with Honda, but I've been hearing about it for a while and they haven't announced it. Supposedly Jet with a 5-year deal and Hunter with like a 3 to 4 year deal.
Pretty gas at the end of the Moto2 last weekend. So this week the recovery was a little easier for Dylan Ferrandis because he did want to have all the steam heading into Washougal.
10 plus 3, Dean got it down to 18.3. I don't think he can get to Prado. But save that energy, man. Tomac got to 13th. Hampshire got to 12th.
All three riders in top 10 a couple races ago, so that's good. Eli Tomac, like you said earlier, I don't know if he went down on that opening lap or something, but definitely a lot farther down than I predicted he would be, and kind of slowly marching his way up. I believe RJ got
This will be Tomac's last summer. We see him race outdoors, and next year will be his last indoor season. I'm calling it now.
16 starts, 16 podiums at this.
Do you think if Deegan sets up his own team, Duff would leave Star? By the time Deegan does his own team thing, I think we'll see Duff moving on to NASCAR stuff.
In 13th, yes, you mentioned Hampshire went by him. And just getting back to racing, we didn't expect actually to see him.
Because by the time Deegan does his own team, it would be like 3 to 4 years.
Before Unadilla. JT.
I think it just
Do you see Deegan's social media stories? He said he might go live on Kick. Yeah, I seen that.
it's not so much even about the 13th place or the 9-12 who went last weekend. It's just getting the pace.
I seen it.
When these guys are in mid-season form, and case in point, Eli just turned in his best lap of the race. The last lap around was a 2:23. That's his best. The last lap around for both the Lawrence brothers were 2:15 and 2:16. So Eli's best lap is still 7 to 8 seconds slower than what the Lawrences are turning right now. It just shows you.
Dude, I don't. Do we even watch Tomac continue? Does he come back and just? I don't know. It's crazy to see Tomac like this, man. It's a bummer.
Eli, I feel like my last year, I was kind of in the same spot. You know, being injured a lot during that year, always coming back in the middle of the championship, and yeah, I just kind of lost it. And unfortunately for me, I never got it back, and that was kind of the end.
Not sure what he was streaming, but I'm definitely gonna check it out if he does. Yeah, I'll probably end up checking out if I'm not busy.
I know this is not near what he wants these three motos.
I'll probably check it out.
Yeah, got Lecurcio
Deegan is
back behind.
2 seconds faster than Prado, but still that gap staying around 20 seconds.
Gets away a little bit from Lecurcio. But Hampshire has gotten away. There's Harrop made the pass. So he's around Lecurcio on that Wildcat Racing team. That's his, he and his family out of Venezuela running that operation.
Save that energy, man, for fucking Moto2.
Harrop is riding with a broken nose dating back to a collision with Marchbanks last week. He said he's actually surprised how good he feels considering Danish rider. There's Lecurcio.
His new compound and house looks sick. It's coming along in his new video. Yeah, that compound is super sick. Super sick.
Still leads Hunter, maintaining it by 2.2 seconds.
Yeah, but these guys, they just ran their fastest
A fool.
times of the Moto 2:15 out front. They're matching each other.
What?
So there's the FMF Privateer Power winner, Rabini, putting pressure on Lecurcio.
Yeah, you can't hate the hustle, dude.
Rabini, good job to
That kid setting himself up, his own compound, his own track, the cars, his girl, his business. They're doing that giveaway on his website, the replica 250 and then the 5,000 cash. I went and bought a quick shirt. I fucked up and bought a small by accident, but I'm just gonna put it in the background once I get my stream. I'm gonna redo my streaming setup in the next month. But yeah, I got 5 entries into that raffle now.
They are, maybe even harder because the battle never stops. It's just the starts, obviously, success that those two got, but they're putting in a lot of effort, and they're going to be just as tired as the guy that won the race.
He was talking about maybe letting some kids come there and train with him as well, which I think would, yeah, that'd be cool as hell. Did you see Austin Faulkner, his new venture in life? He's gonna start training. He's starting his own personal training for riders business. Faulkner Factories, I think it's called, or something like that. What the fuck you want, Wokes? What the fuck you want, Wokes?
Unless you're Ken Roxon, hey.
Webb did say that. He's like, I don't know how Ken could take motocross off and then just come back.
Yeah, we all
be good immediately.
Fucker.
We all want Kenny's couch.
Yeah, exactly. Well, maybe we'll get him off of it before the pro motocross season is
Get away from me, fucker.
Shout out to Kenny back at home, the Monster Energy Supercross champ. Still fun to be able to say that. Here's
What?
Tondel on the 417. Was
What?
also down early. Battling out with Freezy. Tondel's excited. He's going to go back home to Norway next week. Said he's been riding nonstop since February. Going to take a week off. Said he could grab a Kawasaki from a dealership back there, but he's probably not going to do it. He's going to use 1 week to relax, then get back to it.
No, I didn't see that. That's dope, though. I feel like there's not a lot of personal trainers that are motocross specific. Yeah, I'm excited for Faulkner, man. This could be good, dude, for him. Hopefully, he could become like the Moto Academy, like AJ Catazarno, that old racer. Hopefully, he can build something like that. I mean, the factory teams obviously have their personal trainers, but other than that, I feel like there's not many. It's good that they are bringing militia back. Some of the new designs are sick. Yeah, hell yeah. But yeah, dude, hopefully we see Faulkner get start training a rider and that rider become a champion. That'll be sick for him. I'm gonna let my dogs out real quick. My bad, I'm stuttering.
Within the top 18 or so. So pretty wild to look at the state of racing now. Guys that we weren't familiar with a few years ago making their name in pro motocross. Just another dynamic of this thing. Yeah, so Rubini finally getting some points in this series after trying for the last couple years now.
Yeah, Freezy, the only American in this group right now. When you got the Danish rider Harp, the Kershaw out of Venezuela, Rubini, the Frenchman Tondel on this 417 of Norway. And yeah, I think somebody overdid it a little bit with the riding and training to dial in this bike when he got the call from Kawasaki. Backed it down to 1 day of riding this week after a couple of hard weeks of testing, and he felt the effects of that, he thought, at Southwick and Millville. But he's charging right now.
Yeah, these guys are, just taking a quick.
Katie.
And when he got that call up, I did ask him, is this something through the end of the season? He said, yeah, thankfully, it's not results driven, and he feels like he has the deal in his pocket. And, Stu, I think as a rider and as a competitor as a whole, that's got to be something that gives a little bit of a relief, especially to show what he can do. As he was telling me, he doesn't feel the results have shown what he's capable of.
Oh, absolutely, it is, and especially when you get the opportunity on, a factory motorcycle, you would take that opportunity any day of the week with Kawasaki, a great race team, a lot of history. So in the back of his mind, it feels good to have that ride, but then at the same time, you start thinking about, hey, this could be an opportunity to open up more doors, just continue to fight. These guys are fighting, like JT said, for a lot of different reasons, a lot of playoff points, and you never know what this door might lead to.
Meanwhile, up front, Jed Lawrence just went 2:14.6.
Is that Dean's woman, that Australian bird? Yeah, the one that's always around his family or him.
That's what I went to say, and before we start talking something else, and yeah,
saw that.
Yeah, these guys are just phenomenal. Going back to what we said earlier, how they race each other, just only making each other better. Speaking of here, now you got Eli.
Okay, Eli.
That 13th as he's closed on Oldenburg on the other beta, but also has Harp right behind him. And the crowd still cheers Tomac wherever he goes.
Man, I'm telling you, this reminds me of so much of my last, race here at Washougal. I remember being back in like 10th, and the crowd here was cheering me just like I was leading, and it was really motivating.
I
feel bad because I couldn't do anything about it, but it was a special moment to me. And I'm like, you guys know I'm like in 10th place right now. These Washougal fans, they know as Eli makes a mistake and he gets passed by Harold there.
So there it is, into the whoops. That'll push Tomac back to 14th. Rough one on the four-time champion, the legend of the sport. Started this year off spectacularly by winning those first 2 Monster Energy Supercross races. Well, Jet Lawrence, the bottom just fell out of this battle. Didn't know what direction it was going to go, but then he upped the pace and has opened it up to 5.5 seconds.
Yeah, Hunter was matching him lap for lap. You know, when Jet would drop it down, Hunter would, but Jet just hit him upside the head, and he dropped that 214. And we kind of saw this earlier in the championship. Now I'm thinking that Hunter probably is just like, all right, I'll settle here for this next moto. But this is what I said when Jet, maybe that what happened that second moto brings back a lot of confidence to be able to do this, JT.
100% agree with that. This is more shades of what we saw in Moto 2 last week. And before he crashed, it looked like he stepped on a Lego there when he was going down at the last second. But it's a little bit of a scary sign. You know, I don't think he's put a huge gap into Hunter where he's going to be worried. But Jet looking more like Jet is a big change in this series. And it could be, I know Hunter still has that lead. It'll be 7 now. But it could be the deciding factor in this championship.
You know, Jet, we were kind of surprised with how many mistakes and crashes we had seen as of late. Some people are concerned with it, some people not. He started last week to think maybe it goes back to him only riding 1 day a week. And it's a little bit of that rust as he gets better as the weekend goes on. So he did ride twice this week. Everything really had been about conservation of that injured right foot. But a little bit more riding. Maybe leading into this one could be all the difference. A much better first moto here than the first moto a week ago.
Yeah, and we go back to the first race when Jet came back, and one of the things I said was that, you know, the conditioning, he's got a pretty good base. It wouldn't be towards later in the season that maybe that would become an issue, but obviously they figured that out. But really just the riding would eventually catch up to you, and not being able to ride during the week allow this rust that we've seen these mistakes, and that allowed Hunter Lawrence to get his confidence. Now he's starting to ride, he's starting to show his pace, but man, Jet's looking like Jet, as we said.
And Christian Ducharme, the mechanic, not too bad with the form either. Watch the reflex.
It's got on.
Wow.
Just got on. Did DZ get a bad start? Pretty sure she came back with him when he was in Australia. Yeah, he got the whole shot, then went down. Pretty sure she came back. Yeah, she's been with the dude, they've been together for months, or she's been out here for months. He was with her when he was in Australia, came back, and yeah. They're more serious than people think.
Yeah, what did they say? They get an hour and a half a year of vacation. That was it. Little lake time, river time, down by the track. The rider who he almost hit with that pit board was Jared Stanky, old stank dog, who still comes out, used to race all the races, and qualify often on a two-stroke. This is his home race. Not only did he show up, but he was 36th fastest in qualifying, so Stank Dog got in, but it looks like he's pulled off of the track, and that took Christian by surprise, that he was hanging a right instead of a left. Oh, we got a battle brewing here. Hey, we give Deegan a lot of credit for the comeback. If not for that standard, this would be pretty darn good as well. Hampshire from down to the ground, going for 8th against Webb.
Yeah,
got it.
Yeah, no, nice move by RJ. Yeah, you get Deegan the credit, and RJ maybe slots under radar, but because that's kind of what we expect. We know we're going to get everything out of RJ. If he's 8th place, he's just 8th place that day. He's going to give it to it all. So good for him, and he's been riding better, I would say, the last couple weekends. Fortunate for him, he goes down early in this moto, but
His mom did say met somebody abroad.
40th at the end of lap 1.
Somebody tried saying, I seen somebody say he was Jacko Strong's cousin or niece or something like that. Something, but I don't think that's true.
RJ tried to get around lap traffic. Made a big change last week, bringing the practice forks to the race. Did it again this week. Yesterday we asked him to assess his season thus far.
Yeah, I mean, I feel good. It's been 4 weeks in a row right now, so it's the 4th race. Had a couple good ones, had a couple bad ones. Yeah, I'm excited for a little bit of a break. Spend some time at home, got on the beach, and enjoy the weather, the summer weather a little bit. But really wanted to finish this one off here strong, be back kind of where I was last weekend, and hopefully can get on that podium.
They might have had the pace to do it, but not going to show in the results. But as always, he's still hammering and closing on his old buddy, Jordan Smith.
This track's starting to get a lot slippery. Starting to see these shiny spots. Going to be important for these guys to really pay attention when they got that bike leaned over. Make sure they don't get on the gas too much. But yeah, it's been pretty good. A good return for RJ from that Fordia. Jordan Smith, a couple motos in a row. We've seen him inside the top 10. Good to see him up here fight. One lap to go.
Yeah, he went down. Hold on.
These guys were teammates for a long time on the old Geico Honda squad.
He got the whole shot, then went down right after he got the whole shot. Last 38th place, back up to 4th.
Second year for Hampshire, first year for Smith in a battle downhill in the last lap.
Come on, Jordan, hit it with a 9-iron right there. You got to get on the inside.
Yeah, if it were golf, the results might be flipped. Jordan's pretty handy with that. But a nice charge for Hampshire to make the move.
Yeah, good route by
Yeah, she's always in the background of his videos. You can hear her, see her sometimes.
Hey, Hunter can't see him. Neither can anyone else.
There was another video a few months ago. He was working out, where they both were working out, but he was doing something and he was kind of bent over. She went behind him and stuck her finger in his ass. He turned around. He was pissed.
To JT's point a little bit more, yeah, this is different. I mean, we've seen Hunter be able to execute and
He turned around like he wanted to smack her so fast.
you go back to 2 motos ago, Hunter
Yeah, and first whole shot to yep.
and Jet couldn't do anything. But ever
He just hit a slick spot.
admitted, Jet that is, said, man, I couldn't do anything about it. Well, he's answered the bell last 2 motos. I know he didn't win the last one, but now it puts the pressure on Hunter because now he knows, okay, my brother's back. I got to figure out another way to beat this guy. I can't just sit back and just think that I'm going to wear him down. That ain't happening.
Jet's best lap is a casual 3 seconds quicker than Deegan.
Back to Hunter.
Well, yeah, Jet's a lot better right now.
Jet, and that's
Of course, it's gonna be faster.
sitting next to you all week long, and he's your teammate. He knows you best. If anybody can do it, it'd be the 96.
You know what this does, though? It helps highlight the probably hidden competitive nature of Jet because he's so loose and friendly at the races. But you know,
I'd be pissed if somebody put their pinky on my ass, right?
we just saw these last 2 motos.
Everyone was saying Washougal was Dee's only hope too. He still got Moto 2.
Kids, both of them, but
Everybody said this is his best opportunity to get a Moto win.
you worse than anybody else. Like you said,
And it showed. He got qualifying. Then he got the whole shot, but
Losing this time. Holds
fucked
on
up.
to the end. Jet Lawrence, a big win.
But
in Moto 1, pulling away from
we'll see him. You know, it's gonna be better for Moto 2. Still got one more chance.
Origin is going to be 7th.
But if anything, out of all the tracks, this was his best chance.
Lawrence is another 1-2 for them. This makes it 8 out of the 15 motos this year. They finished first and second in one order or the other.
yeah, we'll be waiting a while for 3rd place.
It should be Jorge Prado once he gets to the checkered flag. But yes, we're talking 49 seconds between Prado and Jet Lawrence, the moto winner. Here he is. And I got to wonder, did Deegan put in a full effort, or did even he say, look, I got 21 seconds to make up on the guy?
He gassed himself last week. He even said it.
He picked
So
up the pace as well when Hayden got into 2nd or 4th, excuse me.
Yep.
So
1-2 big surprise? No, not really.
Deegan probably realized that as well.
Lawrence's are the final boss, dude. They're on a different level than everybody.
For that podium spot.
I know you know that, and you're being sarcastic. But I'm just saying, those dudes are on a different level.
He had some.
The brothers are just
Lawrence is off the line.
abnormal.
And then he went down. But the best part about Pro Motocross, they run 2 motos every Saturday and have another shot at it. in
I
about
think he probably settled knowing he wasn't going to win. He didn't waste all of his energy in the race and go for broke next moto.
You know, he's making
Yep.
it by himself, so he probably won't be as tired as he was last weekend. Should be good 2nd moto.
51 moto wins for Jet Lawrence in his career in 69 starts. And he's continuing to climb up amongst the luminaries in 450 motocross.
That they are. Dude, anybody's dumb. They say the Lawrences aren't the best riders in the world. They're fucking dumb.
You'll build real friendships and maybe even fall in love.
The whole world is watching. The most amazing things can happen. Never be afraid to reach for the stars.
Let's do this.
And I'm a Lawrence hater. But there is not anybody on this planet as of right now that could beat the Lawrences 2 motos in a row. I'm just gonna say that right now. As a super Deegan fan, there is not nobody in the world that could beat the Lawrence's 2 motos in a row. At this moment, do I think it's gonna change? Yes. We always see it. You get some badass rider, there's always somebody that comes up. Like, nobody stays unbeatable forever. It's clockwork, dude. There's always somebody that comes up. You had Jet. Now you got Hunter coming up. You know what I mean? But look at the effect Jet and him being what they call an alien, the effect it had. You could even talk about Deegan in the 250 class. Him dominating, what did it do? It forced everybody to step up. Jet being unbeatable, what did everybody do? Lucas Kunin? Yeah, but now look what he's going through right now. He's going through some nerve damage. How long is that going to hold him? And then once you put Lucas over here in America and you start adding the Supercross training and the schedule, he's not going to be as dominant. The reason why he's so good right now, he's at another level. He's going to be right up there, close to the brothers too. But he's outdoors all year. For the American guys, they're a certain amount of time indoors, and then 2-week break, and then they go to outdoors. When Lucas and them come over, they're really going to struggle with indoors. That's what's going to hinder their outdoors. You've seen it with Vial. You've seen it with Prado. It just happens. Jeffrey Hurlings around a full season here would be sweet to see. I would love to see Jeffrey Hurlings over here, but he's somebody that chose to stay in Europe when he had an opportunity and he made his money. That dude owns what, 100 houses? I did hear somebody make a pretty good point though and say, really, how much faster can you go? But yeah, once you add a Supercross schedule with the motocross, that's where it really hinders people. So yes, the Lucas Kunin is gonna be fast, but it's gonna be a little bit before he gets used to the schedule and the program, the America program. But then you see Deegan coming up, Prado's trying to get better, Chase has that drive. You know, all these guys are elevating, all because of Jet dominating. It just raises the bar and it raises the game on everybody.
Jet Lawrence, though, he's not just meeting fans over in the paddock. He's also getting to hear the cheers on the podium because he's got a moto win. We'll show you how he did it. The Monster Energy race recap, fueled by Fred Meyer. Hayden Deegan, job one is beating the Lawrences to the start, and he did it.
Yeah, we thought something was special, but then it wasn't. Hey, Deegan, two first motos in a row. He goes down in the lead here or up front. Same thing, but watch, he's gonna get up as you see a couple other guys get up, little shoulder move.
I wonder what he does this for.
And it was Jet Lawrence out front. Hunter Lawrence made a couple quick passes. They would get around Cooper Webb and Jorge Prado early in this moto. Here's Hunter up the inside there. And then we thought maybe the race was on. We've seen this a couple times this year where Hunter's actually been able to get the better of Jet, at least stay there. But we'll see what happens at the end of the moto. But Garrett Marchbank, yeah, tough first moto. Tough one last weekend. He went down. He's going to end up retiring from this race. Hopefully he's okay. But Garrett's a tough dude. Unfortunate for him, early in the race, goes down. Hey, Deegan took his time getting up, fixed the levers. And boy, when he got up, he was inside the top 10. It seemed like in 2 laps. Kid looked good. Probably even better than he did last weekend coming up through the pack. He was only going to make his way. Here's Cooper Webb. Last pass of this race for him. He's going to get up to 4th place. A little scrub right there. Cooper Webb didn't even realize he was there. Hey, Deegan had some great lines, but that was the farthest he was going to climb up. But good ride for him. Jet Lawrence answered the bell to Hunter Lawrence. Hunter put in some charges, but nobody was close to this dude. Yeah, Jet Lawrence is back. I'm going to tell you right now, Hunter Lawrence has to go back to work, but he will, and maybe he can return serve this next moto.
Remember, Hunter did have that 10-point.
I honestly, if I had to pick, I think Hunter's going to win the title this year.
To the top 2. There's that crowd at the podium. Let's talk to the winner.
51 moto starts and 69 motos. You're tied our good friend Ricky Carmichael with that stat. You were smooth sailing out there. You were quick. What was the big difference maker out there today, and maybe even into this last week?
We did some work this week with the bike, and on some hard pack, and the team did really well. The bike felt really nice. I found my flow pretty quickly, and just kind of felt good, you know.
They got in that flow state so fast.
That one's for my mate Bear back in Newport. Getting married today, so sad we had to miss it. But congrats to you and Britt, and it's so that ride was for him. So congrats to Bear and that. So good ride. Go back, recover, and hopefully do another good race like that.
Congrats to your buddy. Congrats to you, Jed, as well. His 7th moto win of the season.
Strong ride. I think Bear will be okay. All right.
Yeah, Jet's got a little more budget for the wedding gift now. He can pull off this overall. Hunter second, Prado third. Deegan can hit the reset. Maybe stay up for Moto 2. We'll see what he's capable of. Ferrandis over Barsha. Man, you hate seeing that Freelide Tomac back there in 14th. Bad start, but
Bro, does Tomac can finish the summer if he's riding around like this?
Out here, and that's when I realized he was back. He was closing on the all-time starts in the sport, then missed a couple rounds of injury. Just sneaks it into the top 20.
Yeah, broadcast his ass. 40th to 10th in 2 laps, and I saw 1 pass. Yep.
Who's going to not get a point for 22nd. Simonson 23rd. These are guys that ride together often, sometimes at Club MX in that 21st and 22nd spot. There's the full group. Hey, Gary Sutherland, Grandpa Gary, 33rd. Well done. Let's go back to the podium.
Well, Hunter Lawrence, second in Moto 1, but that's a market improvement over the last few years. This track hasn't been that kind to you. How do you balance trying to go push to go catch your brother, but also having to respect how quickly you can end up on your head on this racetrack?
Yeah, it's a fine balance, this one. Yeah, I was pushing the start and trying to figure out where I was faster and be patient, and just kind of made some mistakes in the end. And yeah, that's how easily it can just kind of stretch out. So we'll go back, try and get a better start. My sight lap start and the race start weren't the best, actually. So yeah, go back, try to be better next one.
All right, we'll see you in Moto 2. Great job.
Hey, you heard me earlier say if they're not inside the top 3, it's a bad start.
Yeah.
He used 4, so bad start. They got to go to work.
Fourth. These guys have been killed to get 1 4th-place start all year. You can watch the coverage all this week, including the post-race interviews, Title 24 on the NBC Motorsports YouTube channel, and also there on Monday, our friends Ricky Carmichael and Ryan Villapoto break it down with Title 24. Tremendous moments of the week with you, James Stewart, also your own Bubba's World podcast on Tuesdays, and Jason Thomas and myself. We always preview the next week's race with SMX Insider. This week, JT going to go visit the playoff site there in Carson, California, outside of Los Angeles. Show you exactly what round 2 of the playoffs are going to look like. Jorge Prado, a lonely race in 3rd, but we'll find some people for him. The crowd at the podium. Here's Jorge.
Yeah, 6th moto podium of the season. Jorge, yeah, they're saying it was a bit of a lonely race out there for you, but you did pick up some speed, as you noticed, as Hayden was closing in on you a little bit. What did you learn out there today that you can take into Moto 2?
Yeah, I was just by myself. I tried to hang on with the Honda guys, but I just couldn't. And then
Dude,
I was just
okay, I'm not gonna put all the, like,
yeah, the track is pretty fun.
Jet and Hunter are badass riders.
You know, the moisture stays in the ground, and we can have.
How much does a bike play into it, though?
Best of luck out there. He's looking for his first.
To me, the Honda 450 is the best bike on the track.
I think the entire motocross world let out a collective groan there when you went down in that first corner. It felt like the battle we've been looking for, waiting for so long was going to come to fruition, and maybe it will in Moto 2, but I want your initial thought when you're picking your motorcycle up there in the second corner there.
Bro, to be honest, I just look at my bike, I'm like, damn, there ain't no way that just happened. This is my 3rd time doing this. Man, as much as it sucks, you got to look at it as a positive. I finally came into the first turn first, so that's the only positive from that race, I'll say that. I grinded my way through the pack, got up there pretty quick. I actually got into 4th pretty fast, and those boys had such a gap. Can't be making those mistakes, but man, it's all a part of it. I'm sending it out there. I'm trying to get to the lead, and stuff's going to happen. So we'll take the little positive that there was there and come out swinging in Moto 2.
All right, we'll see you in the next one.
So we're gonna. I just noticed Finis. You guys see him loop out his bike? But yeah, what I was saying. What 10%? Do you think the bike plays in 10% for the brothers? 5%? 30% into like why they're dominating?
I'm a Cochise County farmer. We grow chili. Our seeds are sold all over the world. Our problem was water. We were losing it. Governor Hobbs came in and gave us help. Governor Hobbs has been the most bipartisan governor that I've been able to work with ever in my 55 years in agriculture. Governor Hobbs has stood strong against not only her own party, but against the federal government. She stands for what rural Arizonans want. We need Katie Hobbs another 4 years.
You know what's loco? Taking this much fire-grilled chicken, this much flavor, toasting it to take on the go, and thinking you'd save some for later. New loaded quesadillas. Let's get loco. El Pollo Loco.
Anybody can make a tortilla chip, but not everybody makes one like Tostitos. We start with whole corn kernels to make masa the traditional way, and bring you hint of lime and Mexican street corn inspired flavors. No artificial colors, flavors, or preservatives. Just amazing flavors worth gathering around. Tostitos. Tradition matters.
Back to school is back, and with Walmart's must-haves, you can check off everything on their list.
Even a Huntrix backpack?
You tell me. With a fit this sharp, they can cut the lunch line.
All this?
All at Walmart prices? Who knew?
Knowledge is power.
Nike Deal Days are going on now at Dick's. Save on hundreds of styles like up to 30% off Nike hoodies, shorts, and more. Plus deals on Dunks, Air Max 270s, and Jordan. Score up to 30% off.
All right, my bad.
Please. Shop Nike Deal Days in-store and on Dicks.com today.
These bike seems to be second best. Yeah, I think the 450 wise, 250 the star bike is the best, but 450s definitely second. But I was just saying, like, what do you put for the Lawrence brothers domination? Do you put the bike 10% a factor in it, a 5%, or do you think it's like a 30%?
Playoff race 1, Columbus, Ohio on September 12th. Historic Crew Stadium.
In MotoGP, Yamaha has never been able to make top horsepower. They always have relied on their handling. Yeah, I honestly believe Honda HRC bikes are extremely faster than all other bikes in the 450 class. Yeah, that bike is just on a different level. Me personally, answering my question, I think the bike is like 10% what helps the Lawrences. Maybe 10 to 15%. Definitely with the starts, dude. They're the starts. That bike comes in play for the starts.
At the Fly Racing Washougal National, give you the Monster Energy upcoming schedule. Those are the playoff dates again. So there will be a weekend off when Pro Motocross concludes.
50% rider, 50% bike setup. Oh, okay. You're going to go 50-50? Like, I'm not trying to take nothing away from the brothers, dude. They're fucking badass riders.
Amphitheater concert venue, part of the Big Cedar Lodge. Got to hang out there about 2 months ago. I was shocked. The place is still relatively new. The Thunder Ridge part, the Big Cedar Lodge, been around for a while. But if you're planning,
I definitely do think, though, that Honda has a super big advantage on that start.
Golfing and fishing, boating.
But I guess the Star, they did something with the radiators. I forget the name of it. They reported on it earlier. Michael Lindsay did it, like some practice that hasn't been around in years. Fuck was it?
And Malcolm Stewart couldn't help himself, so he got to visit when I was there at Big Cedar Lodge, and he went out on the water with the Bass Pro Shops angler Dakota Ebert.
This is gonna be really exciting. It's a great fishery.
They also can test ride each other's bike as well. See, here's my other thing. Yes, we know Jet's a good rider, but how much is Hunter? What's a good word? How much should Jet thank Hunter for helping him for the bike setup? Because we know Hunter's is the better tester than Jet. Without Hunter, does Jet dominate as good as he does? I feel like Hunter is a crucial tool to Jet. yes, Jet would probably still be winning, but I feel like without Hunter, we don't got Jet where he is right now.
He saw your bait. He just didn't. He wasn't quite interested yet.
Being finicky.
Yeah, they're being weird. Look at all of them. Oh man, big group.
And people don't talk about that as much. Like
right here. Look, he looking at it too. Oh, here we go.
Hunter needs a lot more credit than he gets.
Oh, you got one coming. Oh, he was all over your bait. Nah, supposed to.
100% Hunter.
We're gonna move here pretty quick. Something don't get going.
Yeah, I think Hunter, dude.
Yeah, we got to get him now. I'm about to get my man rigged up with a.
We probably will never know. Yeah, that's one question. That's a question we will never know.
A rod that I got coming out this spring.
Well, I'm just saying, me personally, I feel like without Hunter, Jet doesn't succeed as much as he does.
Got him? Yeah. Go ahead. Is it going? It's your first smallmouth. Check that out, dude. That's pretty cool. Heck yeah. Yeah, we need that. Look, skunk's out of boat now.
Hell yeah.
It's game on now.
See that? Drop the mic.
I ain't gonna never ever even come close to competing with you on a dirt bike track. But you out fishing me in my boat right now.
Actually, I'm using your pole. I mean, in your boat. You put me on the fish.
Gotta catch your first smallmouth bass on Table Rock Lake, dude. That's awesome.
No, it was sick.
Game on now.
That's the worst. Like, you allowed somebody to come in and, like you said, I'm in your boat using your pole, whooping you. Bro, you might not get invited back if you keep doing that, but Malcolm loves some fishing. I can't wait to go to that venue.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. We'll get you on the links. That's your spot.
I want the links.
Yeah, you want the
all
golf.
day.
Hey, it is the Fly Racing Washougal National, as we mentioned. So Fly introduced our 2027 gear line here. You can see some of the new colors and graphics on the gear.
Dude, Fly's really stepping their game up.
And the Patrol Elite line for adventure touring and dual sport riding. So using the Rheon technology from inside the helmet now to build chest and back and shoulder protection as well. So they say, there's the blueprint, they say it's the broadest range of protection in the industry, whether you're a serious racer, a weekend warrior, you're on the adventure bike, or you just want some extra safety for the family. So check it out at Fly Racing, and we'll be back with more from Washougal.
Introducing the first ever Infinity QX65.
24 minutes until 250 gate drop. So halftime, use the bathroom, get a snack, get a drink. I'm gonna be back in 2 seconds.
Discover the first ever Infinity QX65 at your local Infinity retailer.
Wow. Yeah, can you believe what's happening at VisionWorks? It's buy one, get one free.
Even more wow.
Buy one, get one free with frame starting at $79.95. VisionWorks. See the difference.
Dinner time.
For 100 years, NBC and Purina Dog Chow have brought families together.
Frankie's hungry.
On it, Mom.
Sharing moments of connection
Don't chow break.
that bring out our humanity.
Popcorn for us.
And make a house
Dog chow for Charlie.
feel like a home.
Here we go.
Cheers to 100 years of full hearts and full bowls.
Coffee Mate is the world's biggest coffee lover because we
Biggest
love.
coffee lover?
Huh?
Impossible.
Well, Coffee Mate loves all the ways you enjoy it.
Coffee lover? I flew to Thailand for this.
We have flavors from all over the world.
iced coffee so much. I lost 2 fingers.
Wow. Well,
We need our little coffee treats, even if it means we'll never afford a house.
what I'm trying to say is. Okay, maybe we're the second biggest coffee lovers.
What happened?
Some bad people tried to hack me with sad affirmations.
Sad, Craig?
No. We're protected.
AT&T Dynamic Defense help protect us because small businesses need us.
So he's not sad. Guess we don't need these.
I think we do.
Welcome back to Washougal, Washington. It is the Fly Racing Washougal National and Monster Energy SMX. Now, the women's MX athletes, WMX, they have a busy schedule coming up, even though there's a few more weeks before they resume racing here. They'll be racing at the Monster Energy Loretta Lynn's National from August 3rd through 8th, and then resume racing the WMX Pro Series beginning at Unadilla the following week. And the rise of women's pro motocross presented by Synchrony is getting noticed with the men in the pro paddock. Gates down. Moto 2 of WMX, powered by Synchrony.
Now that I have a daughter of my own, it's very cool to see that there's a class, you know, on Saturday, out there racing the real deal and giving them a platform to race professional motocross.
Are you guys surprised how good women's motocross has been doing?
I remember last year when I watched the girl, like, yes, it was scrubbing every jump, like playing with the track, like, yeah, it was very impressive.
Michaela's my girlfriend, so that's cool being able to kind of see the work she's putting in, and honestly, we have the same trainer off the bike, so those girls work hard. I know Lala, she works hard.
It's been great racing. Yamaha teammate, she crushed it.
My sister
Lala's gonna be on a star bike next year.
Really lifted the whole women's MX series and all around the world. So it's huge for their sport in women's motocross. I feel like it's only going to keep growing.
And no doubt about that. Should be fun to get them back in action. Charlie Cannon and Lala Turner battling in Australia right now. Cannon got the last win at High Point. That was her first win in the United States. So when Pro MX resumes, WMX will be there with it at Unadilla, Budds Creek, and Ironman to round out their championship. But WMX will race a one-off non-points race, a showcase there at that SMX final in Branson. And they are very much looking forward to showing what they could do on a hybrid supercross-style track there. We'll have more from Washougal after the break.
A pivotal moment as he looks for the win.
If I were him, I'd bundle with the personal price plan.
Bundle, Jake from State Farm.
That's right, Jan. If this were home and this were auto, the bundle move could bring home the real victory. Savings.
That's a weird analogy, Jake. Here we go.
This is a great moment for bundling.
Bundling. Just another way to save with the personal price plan.
There it is.
His signature dance.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
We're doing our best to make sure every Whopper is your best Whopper. But we know mistakes happen, and we're here to make it right. If your Whopper isn't made your way, we'll remake your Whopper on the spot. And your next one's free. That's the Whopper guarantee. Because there's a new king, and it's you.
I love your glasses. Well, guess what?
Enter the bright side of clean with Scotch Brite.
This is Buick now. Buick, exceptional by design. Get 0.9% APR, plus current eligible non-GM owners get up to $2,250 purchase allowance on Encore GX.
This Thursday.
I hate halftime. Halftime is the worst part of the fucking races.
It's a brand new day.
What I like about World Supercross. Get to the punch.
It's a military appreciation race at Washougal, and they keep finding newer and better ways to improve it each year. So, free cancer screenings for veterans, and that's something new. That's really cool they offered that.
Go to a race to get a free cancer? That's crazy.
Graphics on the motorcycles and the custom gear. And then the Warrior race. So different branches of the military competing. The Marines won yesterday. Stan Dahlgren there. Remember her as Miss Supercross back in the day. Her husband also a veteran, so she is the Grand Marshal, and she helped monitor the podium like she did back in the day in Supercross. And the Marines taking the win yesterday. That's a fun topic. And maybe a little bit more difficult on the athletes is the lighting and the shadows here. Let's go to JT with more on that at Washougal.
Yeah, thank you, Jason. It's one of the
Do I still ride, or you're not riding anymore? Slowly getting back into it. I'm slowly, like, I'm getting my body ready, getting like back into the mountain bikes, getting back into dirt bikes. I'm currently working on getting a street bike as well right now. I'm getting all back into all forms of riding bikes again.
But it is so brutally difficult to go from the brightest sunshine to the darkest tree canopy. And Katie, you got to speak to someone who gave you a great analogy for that.
Yeah, Cooper Webb's mechanic Alex Campbell was telling me, look, imagine driving.
It's hard to see anyone else winning the championship while the brothers are healthy and teammates. Every year is gonna be harder for them to. Like right now, yeah, I totally agree with you. Starting next year and so on, I think it's gonna start being a little harder for them. Not just because of Deegan, but I'm talking about like Prado, the Coonins. And they're all young guys, dude. They're just gonna get better and better. They got a lot of years. They're gonna be racing each other.
Now think about what like transition sunglass lenses are. When the light changes, so does the lens itself and how it transitions that light to you. Well, this kind of does the same thing. In those shadowed sections,
Trey Sexton, you know, if he figures his shit out, Kitchen will be 450s. Shimoda will be 450s sooner than later.
Helping out by taking a few of these trees out, and in the end, we have a great day as far as shadows are concerned here at Washougal.
Yeah, the biggest contribution is from the sun being hidden behind the clouds today. We'll see if it turns out that way for the second motos. Checking out this team, Monster Energy Kawasaki, in this week's Kawasaki SMX All Access. Gonna talk to Garrett Marchbanks to see.
But yeah, so I stopped riding. So when I was back in my riding days, when I was like talking about earlier, I ended up hitting a 45-foot step up, fully pinned and bonering out in the air. And I hit inside of a crevice that was kind of washed out, and my bike stopped instantly. It bent into like a C. I rolled over and landed on my neck. And then I stopped riding. That was the last time I rode. And then I am going into the street. Like my life went to streets in prison.
Your starting point is the most important. So if you start the day dehydrated and underfueled, you're not going to catch up today. Just getting Garrett's drinks ready.
I've been slowly getting back into everything in the last like 3 years.
Pretty much the goal. And that's why when I see him walking around, he doesn't have a bottle, try to hand him a bottle. Did you get a bottle too? It's easy to get distracted here on race day, so I try to stay on top of it. You feel okay right now? Yeah, I'm fine. Okay.
This year's the first time I've ever really eaten protein between motos.
That's that good stuff. Yeah, last 2 weeks he's been doing some chicken, so a little bit of a change.
I felt brave to eat chicken. I puke everything up. Yeah, I'll just sit there and just puking goat milk out and dirt. This is every week. I had a rider, Zach Osborne, back in the day. He puked on my shoe every weekend. On the line. He'll probably puke on my shoe at some point. All right, let's go take control, all right? Let's go, bud.
Well, we got work to do. Let's go. Garrett, make that pass look pretty easy. See if he can continue to move up. Marchbanks, remember he had that collision. How much further can Marchbanks go?
He was in top 5. The fans picked him for 5th place.
What did I get overall? 9th. That sucks, but whatever. That was a third speed day. Even through traffic, you were top 5 speed.
I've had that road, man, doing time. Yeah, it definitely will get harder, but if one Lawrence falls behind in the leaderboard, then he can interference against the others. I've had that road, man, doing time. Yeah, man, it was rough. I mean, I can't complain about it. I wouldn't be where I'm at today without that path. You know what I mean? Yes, I was late. I wasted all my 20s. You know, I missed out on my 20s, but. And not all 20s I was locked up, but, you know, I had a few years of county time, then I had 4 years of prison, and then you have the years of just running the streets in that life of crime. But, yeah, last 3 to 4 years, dude, getting back in a moto, getting into gaming. My life has really changed, man. But without moto, man, that shit's really kept me. Mountain bikes, like, dude, they're building right down the street from my house. They're building a big ass, sick mountain bike track.
The swimming desk. It's work up here and swim down there.
We can help you explore new roles. We cannot help if the patients still don't know the row closes in the back. Yikes. And while we can't stop what's growing in the office fridge, LinkedIn can help you grow in your career. LinkedIn is the network that works for you.
I earned my degree online from Southern New Hampshire University. When it came to colleges, I just couldn't find the right fit. I know so many people would say, like, I almost finished school, but I dropped out. When I saw like how much SNHU cost, I was like, I could actually afford this. Going to online school, it's a big step. When Southern New Hampshire University says that they can get you to that finish line, they get you to the finish line. You can't say he can't do it, because I did it. Go to snhu.edu.
Intern, this place is incredible. It's where I get all your office supplies. Your golf balls, your fancy coffee, your giant TV. It's everything in one place. It's like Schwab. Everything investors need, all in one place. Come again? Yeah, at Schwab they can do everything. Invest, trade, wealth management, and anything in between. Think I'm gonna be sick. We have to buy that now.
For me, it was a quick way to make easy cash and start getting naughty. Got caught on time. Now I'm back on. Yeah, dude, I was being so close to the border, dude. We got stash out. We got high cartel activity in my city. We got a lot of stash houses. Our thing was jacking stash houses. So I went to prison for robbery, gun case. Just yeah, you can't live when you're doing shit like that, man. It's yeah, you can't be out riding and can't live a life like that. It's fucking stupid. Yeah, it's something about riding a dirt bike. Definitely peace of mind and therapeutic. Dude, there's nothing like riding on a trail, hauling ass, and you're not thinking about nothing. All you're thinking now is like downshift, clutch in, turn, lean. You know what I mean? Shift up. You're focused on what's in front of you. Super therapeutic. But yeah, for me it was quick, easy cash too. Easy cash and easy way to feed my addiction. I used to have a 125cc bored out bike. Was insane. See, that's what my 125 was too, bored out. I should, dude, I missed that bike. That was my favorite bike. I want to see Juju get a start. Good start. Kitchen. Come on, man. He's my title pick. Again, and I talk about it a lot. Think about the 450 class in the next few years. We're going to lose all these riders, these vets in the 450 class within the next 2 to 4 years. You know what I mean? So, I don't know why I keep raising my hand. But Barsha, Craig, Tomac, Anderson, Mookie, all these guys are going to start phasing out. Young guys, dude. And like I said, Deegan, the Lawrence, Hunter's kind of mid up there. Like 26, 27, whatever. But then Deegan young, Jet's young, Prado's young. Prado's kind of around a little under Hunter, but Sexton, Davies coming up, Kitchen coming up, Shimoda coming up. And all these guys are going to get better every year. So, yes, the brothers are dominating, but I think it's going to get harder for them. This is just going back to what we were talking about earlier. But it's just going to get harder for them to start winning. I know I'm all over the place, but yeah. Jackson, that's what I was doing. Then it got to top of Robden, got caught with shit. Yeah, dude. We ended up having a fucking snitch pretty much in our crew. That's what got us.
base in the 250.
Multiple snitches, actually.
And sometimes it's out of your control. I mean, just what happened.
Out of 7 of us, 5 snitched. God damn.
In that first moto, and it
Me and this chick were the only ones that didn't snitch. That was insane. And the girl who didn't snitch was a square. She just was in the wrong place, wrong time. And guys that I call my brother, yeah, that shit. That's what really made me leave the streets. I was like, yeah, this shit a myth.
So if I'm leaving, I gotta damage control. If I can't beat the 37, I gotta finish behind them, keep that points gap to at least double digits. But yeah, Cole Davies. And speaking of Levi, KTM keys to the moto. No place like home. We'll say this: he rode good that first moto. Tough break. Things could have went sideways really easy, but that's 2 weekends in a row where opening laps him, but he's able to come up.
Can't have rats in your crew, dude. And these weren't just anybody. These were guys I grew up with, that I was close with. I don't want to say sandbox, but from a young age, I was cool with. The guys I grew up with in the sandbox, they were telling me to stay away from them. I didn't listen. But these were guys that had my back, guys that saved my life. And then when it came down to it, yeah, man. That's why when the loud, like that saying, the loudest one in the room is always weakest. Guys that are overly all, I will never snitch. Fuck that, I ain't a rat. Like that, just always make it a thing to say they're not a snitch. Those are the guys that first to snitch. Like I said, dude, that's when I realized the streets were a myth. Went to prison, did my time. I was a knucklehead for the 3 years of it. My last year, I changed my life. Came home, never looked back. Oh. What the fuck? Damn. Like, dude, my channel, on this channel right here, I used to do like story times of my past trying to help people, but I kind of wasn't my thing. I went to get that KX 327. Yeah, the 450 class will be extremely competitive next few years. Bro, the 450 class, we just got a wave of young guys coming in, dude. So then the Coonins, like those guys too. Kaida Wolf, possibility of him being down this way in probably like 3 years. Pro Circuit or Kawasaki wants Kaida Wolf bad. Yeah, man, we're gonna have a lot of guys leaving that class as a lot of guys are going in. Yep, I know what you mean. The only person I trust myself. How does the same go? 3 people can keep a secret if 2 are dead or something like that. Hey, that's facts. That's facts. And honestly, dude, like now I own my own house. I got a good life. I got a career. Ain't nothing better than a good, honest day of work, coming home and just being exhausted, taking your work boots off, feeling that feeling of your feet, because like it's hot here in the desert. Taking my work boots off, I say it's the equivalent of a woman taking her bra off at the end of the day. That's how taking my work boots off is. And sitting there tired, body hurting, but knowing like I worked my ass off that day and I'm paying that's that I do. Ain't nothing beats that. I get more enjoyment out of that than anything I ever like large amount of something that I got a hold of, money and whatnot. Yeah, I do. Ain't nothing beats honest work. Glad you turned your life around, same as me. Fuck all that shit. Stick to normal. Yeah, I'm glad you got out of it too, bro. That life's for the birds. Why be in prison being told what to do around a bunch of dudes when you could be at home with the freaking beautiful woman in your bed doing what you want to do? All right, race time, man. Getting me all sentimental over here, dog. Damn. Sounds cliche, but it really does feel better when you work for it. Just like food tastes better when you make it yourself. It's all man. Hey, facts. Facts. You know you learn how to respect your stuff when you work for it. Like you respect it that much more.
Happy with the way he was riding. When he picked up the bike, he just kept charging, and that was really a big key and confidence boost for Juju. They said it is hard to pass on this track. That was his one nugget, and that is something he's really considering here in Moto 2.
I think it's kind of a mistake. Rasher going to pro circuit, honestly. Maybe not for him, but pro circuit wise. I just don't think that's a good pickup for them.
That's step one. Just get through the first lap clean, somewhere inside the top 10, and then the rest of the motos in front of you.
Laugh outside, man. Nah, it's cool, man. We over here, we bullshitting. Watch Davies get the whole shot and just run away with it again. Come on, Ryder.
It would make 7 different winners, which would already be an all-time record for most winners in a season.
30-second board up.
Could today be a breakthrough
Damn.
season for Hymas and for the career?
Fucking Kitchen. I'm not even gonna say what's gonna happen.
Obviously for Kitchen.
You seen on the live board. You seen what happened.
In those first few turns, start actually wasn't that bad. Just got collected. So a lot of pressure here because the break looms. Davies cut a bunch of
Can't change the pass, but you just have to make sure you don't let the pass repeat itself. Hell nah, man. You speaking facts right there. Kitchen with another horrible jump. Buried. Ryder D. Hunter Yoder's up there too. Somebody went down on the start. Good shit. It's the first time we've seen a club bike this high up this summer. Boomer 8th, PB 9th, Kitchen, dude, where's he at? 14th. Minier 13th. Hymas 3rd, good shit for Hymas. Davies 4th. Mumford 5th. Mumford's gonna have a top 5 day. How shit go? Putting water on the track. Yeah, you can see the shiny parts. That's why I was wondering if it was fucking raining for a little bit. Oh, here comes the sun. But that's no, they're just watering the track.
Big moment here for all 3 of these riders. DeFrancesco, Hymas, and Davies.
Yeah, if you're Cole Davies, you know, you feel pretty good. You're kind of closing up. You know you have the pace. The way you ran away from both these riders, they were behind you in that first moto. You got to feel pretty confident. But again, you don't like the results in the first one.
Hey, Hymas.
Motocross, you get to do it again. These guys got another opportunity to go out to 37.
Last time DeFrancesco led a moto was right here at this track a year ago until these jumps when he tangled with Hayden Deegan. Look at this forced pass down to the inside. And Davies makes quick.
Yeah, that was crazy last year. Ryder D got landed on by the same rider twice in 1 year. That second one looked like a sniper fucking took him out. Davies lurking.
So kind of foreshadowing if he's that good in the first one, you got to assume that he'll be better. But motocross is motocrossing. Cole's got to go to work.
You just never know. But he definitely has the speed as he pressures DeFrancesco.
Cole was pre-hopping down. Now there's a little split lane. Ryder D just got to get out of this corner, shut that one off. He should have that cover. Pass good, but Cole's just making him nervous. Not really knowing that he's not going to pass awesome, but making him nervous. Maybe makes a mistake as he makes it.
Big scrub. He got under DeFrancisco and takes the lead with another whip. Woo!
He put some authority, and when he jumped off that single, it almost looked like he was losing the front end, so he had to gas it, had double whip. But 37, when you get past like that, it's almost, it kind of breaks your moods, because you look over, this guy's below you, now he's starting to pull away.
And you're seeing what Cole Davies is made of. There is no better way to avenge last week and everything that went down. Some mistakes out of his control, some under his control. And with authority, as you said, he has ripped the lead away from the rest of the field. And Levi Kitchen is stuck in 12th in the bottom box.
Yeah, Levi's got to go to work here, but man, Cole's been feeling, looks good, more aggressive even this second moto. He ran away from these guys pretty easy that first one. Almost got 2 seconds on these guys already, and he just made the pass 3 corners ago.
And Kitchen is battling Manir. Where is Beaumer? Beaumer has climbed from 9th to 6th. So he's just behind that lead group. Mumford's actually battling with the leaders as well. Watch this. So you got DeFrancisco, Hymas, and Mumford. Mumford is not messing around these last few weeks.
Yeah, we saw Carson have some great pace. Now, you got to believe now he's seeing these guys. He might be able to latch onto them and maybe get that pass. Might have been a little bit faster than these guys, but just too far back.
He said it several times. To do this in this class without the full factory motorcycle, where horsepower is so critical. It is impressive what Mumford has done all year long. He is 8th in points. Little mistake there, though. Lost some ground. Katie.
You know, you had a really great interview with him this week, Weege, and one of the takeaways that I had from it, and in talking to him this weekend, is he said he used to focus on the negatives as it would really spiral him, especially during the race. He said even looking at the pit boards, he really needed some big inspiration. Now when he makes a mistake, or now when there's an issue, he says he does a much better job at telling himself, hey, others are making mistakes, others are having some issues as well, and that's really changed the game as he's worked on his emotional and mental health.
Well, I asked him, look, he's had a rough go of it, turned pro at the very end of the 2020 season. I said, how many times did it just come down to you yourself saying I can still do this, even if there wasn't a lot of evidence to support it? And he said probably a million times. I thought it was crazy. My parents probably thought I was crazy, but I believed that I could get here. I believed I had the talent. It is finally showing through. And we saw him make a couple mistakes on this lap, and look, he's pulled it back out.
Yeah, and when he gets back, he's just only going to be a better rider, which is what we're seeing. He's always had the talent to be up here, but now he probably has the right mindset, the perspective, really enjoying it, and knowing that it is a process. Speaking of process, Levi Kitchen's going to have to get the process going here. He's right now, if it ended, he's 2 points ahead of Cole Davies, who are, wow, just crazy. Wow. Yeah, just crazy.
Davies on the verge of getting the point lead back. Not quite, because Kitchen's looking to make moves. Has an opening. Got Manir.
Yeah, good move. We know how strong and good Caden is blocking, keeping this racecraft. So Levi, probably an important move.
That'll move him into the top 10.
Still got 2 Star Racing Yamahas in front of you with Gordon and Thrasher.
All right, where we at? Davies, Ryder. Okay, Davies got a front. If I was to see Kitchen's race results from the season without seeing the points, no way would I say that he is first in the championship right now. The class is crazy. The class is unpredictable. Except right now, dude, you got Davies 1-1, Ryder 2-2, Hymas 3-3, Mumphy 5-4, 4th place.
Yeah, he was up there in that first moto. It went down, so good to see Casey here. Big important moto for Julian. Try to climb back up. We know probably try to catch Cole Davies. Probably out of
Where's Kitchen? 10th? Yeah, dude, horrible day for Kitchen.
Levi Kitchen in this moto. At least get back on the podium and not just think what happened last weekend was just last weekend. See, like Levi's closing up. I believe that's Gordon
now. Yep.
Yoder faded to 7th.
Hang him up on the outside here. Can he carry enough speed? Got it. Nicely done.
Stop being a weirdo, dude.
Nice move by him. Every time he's passing, he's like, all right, how many Yamahas?
Oh, I said, did I say Davies? I meant Kid. You said Kitchen.
Got to keep that in mind as his championship goes. You know, he doesn't have that many teammates out here at Levi. So when this thing gets down, you're passing every other rider. It's Cole Davies' teammate.
9th place for Kitchen.
So he's around Gordon. That's Thrasher next. And then Manier looking to get Gordon. JT.
Just to add to that point, don't forget he used to be on Monster Yamaha Star Racing. So yes, the younger kids not so much, but some of these guys.
Kitchen's actually a beast, but his starts are trash. Yeah,
So he knows them.
I agree with that.
Hard feelings there, so maybe they'll cut him a little bit of slack if it really comes down to it.
His starts are dog water for sure.
But it is a team that would certainly know the strengths and weaknesses of Levi because he developed into the pros with them.
He just needs to add, and you see it not every weekend, but he does. Like he needs to be more aggressive. He's getting better with it.
Thrasher ahead of Kitchen and starting to catch Yoder.
Looks like ahead of them, Julian starting to catch Casey Cochran. So Levi's got to continue moving up. These points, these passes are critical. I mean, this championship is, you need all of them.
Yeah, that's perhaps the good news for Kitchen. There's still a bunch ahead that he can get. Try to stretch that points lead back out. Right now, it would only be a 4-point lead. Davies has made up, at this juncture, 21 points on Kitchen today. But it's not over. Levi, a couple passes he'd like to make, and same thing for Bomer. He's around Cochran.
We saw Julian starting to catch up. Casey ends up making that pass. Julian has a few. As you see Cole Davies going the other way. It's a few seconds to Carson Mumford, which would be the next guy on Juju's list. But the way Carson's been riding today.
That crash last week was brutal. He definitely had a slight concussion. Kitchen, dude, did you see his legs when he like the impact? He like posted an angle from behind of the crash, and between Dudney doing that helicopter from their bodies hitting and then Kitchen's legs when he hit the impact on the ground was ugh.
Kitchen, well, if he can't wear them down, he's just going to have to find the pace. And he has caught Thrasher now.
Yeah, it's good. I mean, like I said, coming into this moto, it might be his best ride here. Washougal, and so far he's not even going to be.
I don't know if I said it already too. I guess Pierce Brown is going to be signed, extended for 2 more years.
No, absolutely not. I mean, pretty much all year. There's only been a couple races where it's been lackluster from Levi. Really just been the mistakes and costly. He had really a great opportunity. This race is not over, but he had a great opportunity to really put a dent in this championship and stranglehold. But yeah, we're going to go out of here with possibly single points. It ends it now.
Yeah, and going into the longest break of the season, 2 weekends off. So
2-week break after this week.
Kitchen and Bomer to think about as Yoder continues to hold his own. So Yoder had never raced a full season of pro motocross before. Now this track, I would imagine he's pretty familiar with. California native, usually West Coast means you're out here at times. A lot of these tracks like Southwick, he was racing for the first time. But again, he went from a guy who was 14, 15 to this week racing well inside the top 10.
Yeah, he looks good. I mean, I don't care how used to the dirt you are, you still got to come out here and perform. So great to see him up here holding off Nate. See, they're starting to close in on Casey Cochran. That'd be for sixth spot.
And you know, Yoder and Mumford have a similar story. They were the next riders in the hopper for the old Geico Honda team that brought so many riders, including the Lawrence brothers, into the pros. But then that team shut, and they were both the ones left without.
Yeah, that was a bummer for those guys in Geico Honda.
For both of them, they're both riding very well right now. So a couple battles that you're watching. Kitchen, he's trying to get Thrasher.
This split screen shit sucks.
Yeah, let's see if he can use the same thing. Nate got out of that corner really good. That's going to switch it up to the inside. Nate's going to have that momentum, but yeah, you got to keep putting that pressure. It's crazy. At some point, you could go down the top 10, and as an amateur, they were the next prospect. That just shows you how deep this class is, but injuries, rods, really kind of halt some of the potential out of these guys, but they all had it at some point.
Well, Nice pass around the outside by Kitchen. This class this year further accentuates that point. We've talked about it. Every one of these riders has beaten one of the other riders at some point in the Motos this year.
Yeah, and again, even more, they've all done it somewhat recently, and I think they feel
Davies is gonna get the if it finishes like this, he's gonna get it points back down to 5 behind.
there's no fear of just that complete dominance.
This class is insane, bro.
Hey, they're up front, they can beat them, they finished ahead of them at end of the Motos. Some races they haven't even went down and they have, so yeah, it just makes it chaotic, and you get a bad start, you end up here, and no points lead to safe here in this class, it seems.
Yeah, Yoder was telling me, he said at Redbud, like 14th, 15th, and here comes Beaumer. And then he battles with Beaumer for a few laps, and he's like 2 races later, he's winning. Look at this battle right now. Dylan, Schwartz, and Thrasher. Schwartz on the 42 makes the move.
Yeah, it looked like Nate got hung up in that line. He had to sit up the motorcycle.
It's gonna be weird seeing him on a green bike, though. I will say that. Rasher.
Dylan's been coming on strong. Did not see the normal performances. He's been a top 10 runner for years in this class. But he's put it back together on this Toyota Bredlin's Bar X Yamaha. Talked to the team manager, Bradley Taft, this morning. He was once a top amateur prospect. Now he's a team manager, still does a lot of the testing.
Is Mumford a privateer? If so, he's riding great game. He's like it's like a satellite team. They get some factory support, but not all. They will get more support next year when they do the Husky program. But yeah, they're like a satellite team, not fully factory. It's a team out of Arizona, AEO, KTM. But we will. That is a team that's been verified. Because now that Husky's folding, they're still gonna offer factory support to certain teams, and that's AEO is gonna be one of them. So they will get more factory. So we'll see Mumphy on a better bike next year. Same with Team Tethered, Drew Hill and Cooper Webb. They're gonna be on Huskies. And then there's also rumors that Quadlock may take over HRC Honda's 250. So like HRC may just be a 450 kind of thing, and Quadlock will be the 250 entity kind of thing, like how Kawasaki PC kind of thing. Star Yamaha, like they're kind of that little format. Is Malcolm coming back? I don't know when he's coming back this season, but you're gonna be seeing more than likely Malcolm on Kawasaki for Supercross only next year. But yeah, I don't know if he's I don't know if he's gonna come back for outdoors, maybe the last couple, or come back for SMX. Guaranteed, you would think he would be back for SMX.
Yeah, thanks, Katie. Just saw a glimpse of him there, still running strong in second. Yeah, absolutely. To your point, James, every one of these riders at some point, either in America or back home, say in the case of Manir in Australia, was the guy. Usually you're the guy in the age group, but now you get 5, 6, 7 years worth of talent all on the track at once. You're all the next big thing.
Yeah, and there's so many of those, but there's only so many rods that you can get.
Yep.
And we know how having a bike and a team like the Star Racing or the team that Ryder D's on, you need those to really kind of perform. Otherwise, you're battling with these guys and underpowered. But yeah, a lot to fight for from all these guys. Teammates, not teammates. They all want each other's ride. They're gonna have to perform.
Manir and Brown. 99 is Manir. Like another day down at the goat farm there at Star Racing.
Yeah, Manir's a bulldog.
Wheel to wheel, Thrasher, Manir, and Brown.
Yeah, it's kind of like what we talked about in that 450 class with the Lawrences. You know, know, these guys are riding together, making each other better. And also, you know, there's some kids in the next program. You see Yoder out here. At the same time, if you don't perform, teammate or not, you're going to be looking on a different team because there is somebody ready to take your ride. Puts a lot of pressure on these guys and get the best out of them.
Yeah, Yoder is actually holding his own against Kitchen, who has not been able to get it quite to the point where he can show him a wheel.
Oh.
Feet off the pegs for Brown.
Pierce got a little excited right there. He thought he might have had the pass. He saw Manir make a small mistake, went in there a little too hot, and ends up losing time. And now he's got another one prospect behind him, and Drew Adams.
It just never stops.
Damn, Mumphy's 1.9 from Hymas.
Yeah, just watching these guys go out as Drew Adams tries to get up the inside.
So lap times, Hymas 221.2, Mumphy 221.1. Ooh, that might be interesting.
Cole Davies did a 220 that last lap. If you go all the way down to 16th place, Avery Long did a 223. That's only a 3-second differential per lap from first to 16th. Now contrast that to what Jet Lawrence was running versus Eli Tomac last moto. It was a 7 to 8 second differential to Tomac. So it just shows you, if you get a bad start in this 250 class, you are in deep trouble because everyone is nearly going the same speed.
Thanks, JT. And speaking of lap times, look at that. On the graphic left side of the screen, last time around, DeFrancisco 4:10.
Mumphy, third fastest lap.
Davies. And then Davies might have answered. It went down into the threes. Now it's back to 4.2. Ryder D not giving up on it.
No, he's not. Like I said, Cole put that sprint in that early part of the moto. I mean, his fastest lap was a 2:17 compared to Ryder D, 2:19. So that was that gap. But ever since then, it's been pretty consistent. Important part of the race for him. He's got to be able to keep him inside. If you lose that toe here, you heard Hunter say the same thing.
I think Ryder's going to be a 250 lifer.
That gap's a little bit harder to make up compared to some of these other racetracks because of how slippery this track is.
And DeFrancisco has to keep charging because you see Hymas here on the Honda in red, and Mumford just won't go away in fourth.
No brakes here.
Yeah, this class is something special this year for sure. And you can see the confidence building in Ryder D throughout the season, first in Supercross. And he's going for it.
He is going for it. He on that rev limiter too.
Now back down to 3.7 seconds. Back to Kitchen and Yoder now for 7th.
Yeah, Levi's been kind of making his way up, kind of stalled out a little bit. I think these guys are just riding really good, as JT said. Everybody's kind of doing the same lap time, so maybe this gap, it's hard to catch them if you're not right on them. But
Hunter Yoder, dude, second to 8th, about to be right now.
Shows like the kind of speed in the racecraft as he's going to go up inside of Yoder. He comes up a little short there, but unless he has to go.
Oh, I thought he was going to get that right there.
Get ready for the race up Horsepower Hill. After this next right-hander, we'll listen in.
Drag race.
Oh, Levi got over the back fender, got the drive and the pass.
He threw it down. He was making brownies right there.
Good pass from Kitchen.
Power down. Typical Levi style, all over the motorcycle. And now you can see Julian was actually Casey Cochran still there.
Yeah. And that's next on the track. Beaumare, Cochran, and then it would be Kitchen. They're not too far ahead. Could Kitchen make a run at Beaumare maybe before this moto is over? As the lap time battle continues up ahead, Davies is down to 3.7 seconds. Now it's 3.9.
Yeah, it seems like on certain parts of the track, the way these lap times go on, Ryder D must have the section because the lap times fluctuate throughout the lap. He gets it down to almost 3 flat, then it goes back up. So we'll see how that comes out with about 7 minutes left. Shout out to Casey, riding really good.
They're all within a 3-second gap of each other at the top 4.
He is running well, James. Katie, what are you hearing in the Casey Cochran count?
Well, we know that Casey Cochran has shown up this season. He's had a 4th this year, and he's also had a 21st. He's kind of been spread out across the board. And talking with him, he says, man, it's been a whole lot of peaks and valleys. I still know there's so much more in the tank. I've got good starts. I've got to get up front. riding with a lot more confidence, which is, I think, such a key component for these 250 riders, especially when this class is as wild as it's been.
Where's Lux at?
Some of the confidence
17th.
is from the fact that a bunch of these guys ride together at the Baker's factory there in Florida. Bomer,
Who do you guys on a for start? Who would you choose, Lux or Casey?
they will tell you they're usually faster than Bomer during the week, and then he goes to another level on race day. But there's got to be a little belief they can run with him. Back to the leader, Davies. It was 4 seconds. Now it's 3.6. The battle continues.
Well, kind of what we've been talking about all day. These guys have beaten these guys at some point.
Right.
I mean, Casey is ahead of our points leader, Levi Kitchen, and the guy who won last weekend, he's right there. So the top of the pole is, I mean, top of the mountain, right in front of you, behind you, it's there. Yeah. I mean, this guy right now is just kind of on a different level, but still, they're all close.
Well, after hearing the 250 guys were putting it to Bomer during the week, I went to a neutral third party witness. I went to RJ Hampshire, 450 rider, and said, "Is this true?" He's like, "Oh yeah, Juju is nowhere during the week. You would never think when you watch him ride during the week, he'd go out and win nationals on the weekends."
Lux doesn't crash like Casey. Yep, that's true.
I remember before my
But Casey do got that speed though.
almost didn't have a rod. So many Cowie guys were so worried about how I was looking.
When he's on it, he's on it. When he's not, he's not. There's no in between with Casey. I would say Lux too.
I'm questioning your story. I can't believe that.
Absolute.
I mean, and then his sister's gonna be on the star bike next year, so having the siblings on both the same bike would be kind of crazy.
To put his speed to the test right now, JT.
Look, we're going to need some names and numbers of those people that were questioning your skill set, because I've watched you ride most of your life from a PW50 on, and there's not been one time you've ever ridden a motorcycle in your entire life where I was like, you know what? I don't know if he has the stuff. That's never crossed my mind.
Can he keep his ride? Yeah, I don't know.
I'm calling you out on this one. I don't know.
It's facts. You know, people, I don't lie. I get on TV. Look, I'm telling you the truth. They were a little worried, so maybe they needed to look at some stuff. But yeah, it was a little struggle for JS in the beginning.
I might be at the Kawasaki truck later on. Find some alumni over there. There's Kitchen. He is now behind Cochran, and Bomer has a little bit of a break.
Ooh, we're gonna get past him.
Yeah, Julian broke that gap. Or really, maybe Casey made a mistake, because it doesn't look like Julian got too much farther away from Levi than what he was a lap before, but Casey definitely lost time. And Levi
My podium's almost gonna be correct. Davies, Ryder,
Just talking about that gap out front. You see that?
Blumer's gonna barely miss it.
0.7, 4.2.
I got 2 out of the 3. If it finishes like this.
Trying to apply some sort of pressure and just keep Davies on his toes.
Yeah, I mean, maybe Ryder D's maybe he'll feel more comfortable than Cole, but because of how slippery this track is, Levi makes the pass. Good move for him. You got to make that time up. Oh, Casey, you done with you yet? Yeah. Little fight back. Easy to make a mistake. The track's only getting slipperier and slipperier, so could be a little bit of cat and mouse.
Let's see if Kitchen can seal the deal. He does.
This is the most consistent 250 outdoor race thus far. I agree. In a long time.
Cochran fights back.
You better put the spatula in the ground. Get it going. Yeah, Levi, you starting to see him closing that gap off, making Casey have to back out the throttle. It's a guy who's been around.
Oh, here's Brown down again. Kitchen and Juju again. LOL.
That's costly. So Kitchen is now up to 6th. And you know the motivation now. The next
The title fight. I mean, Davies is inserting himself again.
battle of championship wills for the last 3 minutes and 2 laps.
I feel it, dude. It's gonna be the starts. It's Kitchen's Achilles heel as it starts. That's what it's gonna bite him in the ass. If he doesn't win the title, it's because of his starts.
It doesn't show on race day. Bomer got hit in the hand by his motorcycle a couple weeks ago. The brake disc actually hit the top of his hand right between his middle and ring fingers. It's bleeding through his glove the whole moto at Redbud, so he didn't even feel it until he got back to the truck and the adrenaline wore off. Last week, Kitchen with that brutal first turn crash landed on the spinning rear sprocket. That's where the chain connects to the motor. And he was hurting all day, but again, blocked it out as best he could in the motos. We know these guys want it so bad, and Kitchen's fighting now.
Yeah, he's fighting. Trying to remember exactly how many points Julian was down on Levi.
Exactly 100.
Right now as it stands, he's still 25 points back. So I don't
Dude, it sucks to say that because he deserves to win it. I would love to see Kitchen win the title, but them starts, dude. And then Davies is just another level.
one. Levi's made up quite a bit of time here, but you know you got to assume that Julian's going to fight you with only a couple laps, Katie.
Yeah, you know, and Levi
Oh, he's gonna get him.
He felt so good waking up here at his house. He felt like
0.9
he
from.
sleep. He said it's been a while since he's gotten on the bike here in Washougal and felt like himself. I asked him about that red plate. He said, look, I had the red plate in Seattle Supercross, and that felt like it was kind of a homecoming, but to bring the red plate to Washougal and take it out of here as well would mean the world to him at this point, if you consider the red plate being a really good thing.
Normally we do, but maybe not this year. It's been rough on anyone that's had it.
Yeah, he must have had a good mattress on that twin bed he was sleeping on.
Damn, Mumphy got 25-second or 20-second gap on Juju.
An extra bit of sleep might be paying off because down the stretch he is closing on Beaumer.
Yeah, super consistent day with the top 5.
Julian doesn't have anybody to chase, so his whole focus is on Levi, which is probably going to make him ride behind him, slow him down a little bit, but that doesn't mean Levi's going to have an easy time getting around. Julian's a smart rider, and he knows these points matter.
It's all on the line right now between these two. Every point matters in this championship. Davies has put a little more time into DeFrancesco and is looking at the 1-1.
Yeah, from looking at the lap times, Ryder D still there, but probably assumed at this point.
Nah, it's gonna finish like this.
So they're gonna have 3 laps left, so they must have missed it. But back to my point, you gotta assume that
Unless Kitchen could get this pass. Ooh, Schwartz might get Menier. Gordon right there might get Long.
Get around with 3 laps left. Julian Beaumer.
This is for 5th. If it ends like this, 7-point lead for Kitchen over Davies. He'd pick up 1 additional point if he can pass Beaumer.
Yeah,
Beaumer gonna be 25 down.
Okay, 1 point, it doesn't make a difference. I think it
And he's a race behind, so it's technically mathematically just between Davies. 3 rounds left after this.
Get around in that first moto, and if he's able to get around him late in the second moto, I think just the mindset, it kind of solidifies.
Juju can still win it. It's gonna take some. He's gonna need some help for Juju.
I should finish in front of you, so I think this is more of a mental battle as far as this championship that Levi can win here. He's able to get around Julian.
Battle continues. Up Horsepower Hill.
See Parker Ross. Looks like he had to retire early in this moto. He's out. Head back to the paddock.
Yeah, look at that. 1 1 2 2 3 3 5 4 6 6 8 5 7 8 9 10. That's just the top 8 guys if it finishes like this. The most consistent day in the 250 class I've seen in a long time.
There's more ruts there. He's going outside here. A little bit closer. Maybe once you get to the split lane, you can do anything. Julian fooled him there. Levi thought he was going to go to the inside.
It started in the middle.
Yeah.
Then just at the last minute, hung a right.
Yeah, you can see what that did there. Got to go back to work, but Levi's going to have another run here.
Lap rider up ahead. Kitchen actually singled it, scrubbed that wall jump.
Okay, Kitchen.
Levi's been pretty quick right here. Kind of banks in that corner. I think what he could do, if he can stay close to Julian, if they get in that same spot, we've seen a couple passes. If he's
It's a good little battle between these two.
beat him down to that inside of that corner. But Juju's doing a good job at blocking these lines, and Levi makes a small mistake.
Ooh, you can put 2.3 now.
Now you're starting to count down the laps. If you're Juju, you got 2 left. A lot of motivation to keep him behind you.
Well, yeah, you mentioned several times. You see that 2 to go. Block a lot out.
Yeah, and what you can do, if Julian can kind of put a little bit of gap here as he does, Levi's going to be like, all right, well, today's just not the day. A lot of damage can be done in this next half a lap by Juju if he's able to keep this gap open.
Rider out of Lake Havasu. Covered it extensively. The broken back last year was expected at best to take a year to get back on the bike, which would be September. And instead, he's back early, winning races, fighting for the title. And his calling card this summer, Beaumaire has been strength late in the motos, and he's flexing it a little bit right now.
Probably going to see one more run.
2.3 down to 1.3.
He's able to close back in, and a little bit of motivation. Say if Julian was able to get around, Levi probably would have settled.
0.8, gonna make another attempt.
Kind of makes you have to fight, Katie.
Yeah, just looking at the pit boards over here, the team's encouraging Juju to have technique. It says technique, Levi's, get it done.
Yeah, speaking of technique, Julian did say one thing he was able to really focus on since he didn't have to rush back to racing, wasn't competing in Supercross. When he first started riding, just him and his dad just worked on technique,
0.3.
tracks, foot placement, and really had a chance to hone in on some of the technique things instead of racing week to week. And that might be why he's that much better this year than he's ever been before in motocross.
Yeah, I mean, he's doing a good job. I mean, we know that Lawrence is do the same thing as well. You know, these turn tracks, and sometimes you got to go back to the fundamentals, and if you can't ride to your full potential, you have no choice but to do that. Whatever he's doing is working. As Levi gets a run
Ooh.
here, he's going to scrub. Juju's going to close him off here. You've been noticing he's been jumping out. So Juju got caught up here. Now Levi's going to be on the outside and have that momentum. All right, we're in that same section. Levi
Final lap.
try to get him on the outside here if he can stay, but Juju got through that.
Oh, mistake by Kitchen.
That corner is tough. Yep. On Kitchen. White flag now out for the leader. Davies looking at a 1-1 when he needed it at most.
Oh, hey, Cole. What's up, man?
Well, okay. Last week, certainly not what he wanted, or anyone would have if you're in Cole Davies' camp, but this performance is more of what we expect. We don't know that much about Davies, haven't been around for long, but the mental toughness really has been one of the things we've discovered, and you pull a 1-1 after a bad day, that's being pretty mentally tough.
Yeah, I mean, we came into this championship, and I said, man, he's...
Dude, really just... Okay, I know Davies is about to win, but show Juju and Kitchen.
The kid had everything. He had the talent, and I felt like he had the right mindset. So what happened last weekend, knowing the circumstances, I mean, he's still young, so you expect those things to happen. It's kind of surprising. This isn't, you know, and again, thinking if I'm the other guys racing him, there's a certain fear about the guy who doesn't speak that much. You know, he comes out and speaks enough on this racetrack, and when he wins, does it pretty easy. So, yeah, going into the break, best momentum boost with 2 weeks off. Cole's going to build on this. Levi and all the other guys going to have to think about it. And then we're going to have a 3-race shootout for this championship in the 250 class, going to some tracks that Cole's actually ridden before. So he'll have a little bit of familiarity with that, and it's going to be a great championship with 3 rounds left.
So he's the quiet ones.
Hey, those are dangerous ones. It ain't the loud chihuahua in the back. It's the one that's quiet you got to worry about.
And I think that's actually endeared into the fans a bit, certainly in contrast to Deegan. There are certainly fans of Deegan's style as well. But for every action, there's a reaction. And it was fun when they were battling with 2 different approaches off the track. You know, if you see Cole at times in the truck when the cameras and mics are away, he'll get pretty loud. But as far as on the podium, he says just enough. They asked him a couple weeks ago at the press conference. He said he changed the bike. They said, what do you change? And he said, we changed it. That's what you get sometimes from the 37. He's going to speak loudly on the racetrack, though. He needed a big day. He goes 1-1. Cole Davies dominates Washougal.
Ryder D with a good ride.
Back in the championship fight. Perfect day here and at High Point with the 1-1. DeFrancesco has a career best in the motos today, 2-2 for second. This battle's going to go to the line. Beaumaire and Kitchen.
Yeah, good job by Ryder D. Chance high miss. Mumford finishes third, and yeah, Juju did a great job of holding him off.
Here it is.
Good for Juju.
Fight to the end with both of them, and it's going to be Beaumaire over Kitchen.
All things considering, good ride by these guys.
Yeesh.
Could have been a lot,
I'm gonna check my laundry.
But, yeah, just bring it back in the championship.
And Mumford and DeFrancesco, 2 kids out of California, happy for each other. Those are career best, I believe, for both. Mumford's career best overall was last week with 5th. This time he's 4th overall. DeFrancesco 2nd. And his previous career best was 3rd to Moto. He cards 2 seconds today, and he gave it all he could to try to get Davies. But The 18-year-old out of New Zealand does it again. Perfect day for Davies. Just like he did at High Point, reestablishes his championship case.
I wish Nikki Freeman loved me more than anyone in the entire world. What the?
I love you so much.
I made a wish. It's real.
You wished for this.
Yeah, nice. Boys did good. Nice. Ryder and Mumford. Yeah, dude, Mumford's been on a tear too.
It's the personal price plan theorem. If you bundle home and auto, that can equal an affordable price just for you. Bundle and save with the personal price plan. All right. Yeah. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
We're doing our best to make sure every Whopper is your best Whopper. But we know mistakes happen, and we're here to make it right. If your Whopper isn't made your way, we'll remake your Whopper on the spot, and your next one's free. That's the Whopper guarantee, because there's a new king, and it's you.
Wow.
Yeah, can you believe what's happening at VisionWorks? It's buy one, get one free.
Even more wow.
Buy one, get one free with frames starting at $79.95. VisionWorks. See the difference.
Enter the bright side of clean with Scotch.
Cole Davies answered the call today. 1-1, fastest in qualifying as well, and takes huge chunks out of the points lead of Levi Kitchen. He moves from third in the series back to second, and he's now down only 7 heading into the break. Big day all around for the young rider out of New Zealand. He's got the flag. Nicely done.
Well, Cole Davies, I think if you had to draw up a day to get back into this championship fight, it would look a lot like this. You're 7 points down now. Walk us through your day, because seriously, you didn't put a foot wrong all day.
Yeah, no, I mean, after last weekend, I know I had to, step up my game. So obviously, I had a good day today, made up a lot of points. So yeah, no, I'm stoked. Big thanks to Jake and Andrew. We did some testing on suspension, and really feel like we've made a big step in the right direction. Big thanks to my mechanic Lockie, Komatsu, Lower, Onyx Off-Road, the whole Monster G-Star Racing Yamaha team. Track was sketchy, bro. Oh my god. Like, you just tucked the front everywhere, but no, it was good. Had a fun day, and yeah, it was good.
Welcome to Washougal. Great job.
Big weekend for Cole Davies. Yeah, because there's a lot of time to think about this one with the break.
Yeah, Cole Davies is on a tear, dude.
Davies doesn't get the whole shot
Whoops.
this time. DeFrancisco wanted this overall win. He starts in the right way.
Yeah, rode good that first moto. So this was the opportunity. Cole, like you said, spun off that gate, but he made some quick passes there. But it was Ryder D out front. See Yoder in second, and then you're going to see Chance Hymas up there. Eventually, you're going to see that number 37 as he goes past his teammate right there.
This 450 moto, I'm gonna end it a little early. I got something I gotta do, but
Both these guys, second and third in front of him. But
see how far until we get. But I will be ending it a little early today.
stays a little bit lower, and he sets his sights on Ryder D for the lead. Just later on that lap, going to go around the outside. Watch this, people. This is what we call watch this. He's going to lose the front end a little bit. Just stays on the gas. Looks like Hayden Deegan a couple years ago jumps out, and he puts in a hot time, and then he gets going. And then it was Levi Kitchen. Went down first moto, bad start. This one just a straight-up bad start. He did a lot of damage control, Levi Kitchen, but he took that 25-point lead over Cole Davies to 7 points. So we have a race on that 2-week break. But Cole Davies, I'm not going to say he was way out front, but I will say this. He was way better than he was last weekend. He goes 1-1 for the first time here at Washougal, and he brings his championship right back in reaches. Cole Davies, 1-1.
10-second gap makes it seem big, but DeFrancisco was keeping the heat on most of the way. Solid run for the Californian with the 2-2.
Yeah, they still watering the track.
2-2 for a second overall. Ryder D, hey, thinking back to Redbud, and you were like waving the American flag proud, and you were up on the podium for really the first time up here. Now you're kind of making this like your place. How much confidence are these race weekends making it for you?
Yeah, it was a great weekend, and always coming up here in the West Coast, and it's close to home, and it's always a place in my heart. So you Washougal fans are great, but yeah, to put like a day together, a 2-2 was my goal coming in here, and I've been playing a lot of Reflex lately online, and I give that credit to today. So yeah, you Washougal fans are great, and I'm stoked on the day.
Yeah, we can tell that was a good day for Ryder D. Congratulations on that second, guy.
The video games. Don't tell mom and dad that they're paying off.
Well, just imagine I'm telling my dad, Dad, I was playing Reflex.
Oh, Dad's still happy, so I guess it's all right.
It's all matter. He's getting it done. Maybe I should have played it more often.
Mom's happy too. Look at that. So there it is. DeFrancisco 2-2.
Crazy, LOL. The water is obviously causing washouts. Yeah, that track, they got some super slick spots. 10, 9, 9, 10, 30, yeah. All the way to 9th place is consistent. 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 5, 4, 6, 6, 8, 5, 7, 8, 10, 9, 9, 10, 13, 7.
Thrasher, Schwartz, Manier, and Cochran round out the top 10. So Chance Hymas said, even though he won a moto last week, his goal was to just have 2 good motos in the top 5. He did even better than that, 3-3. Let's hear from the 29.
Oh, Chance Hymas, both motos on the podium today. That's a first for this season. Got a break now, a couple weeks off before we head to Unadilla. What are you going to work on before we get to what is arguably one of your best racetracks?
Yeah, for me, it's just going to continue doing what I'm doing. First of all, just having some bike time, and yeah, just enjoy it. I've honestly been really enjoying these last few weekends and just getting back to it, having that goal of just being 1% better every weekend, But I want to give a big shout out to my team, and it was really good having the big bosses at Honda here and going off of them. And yeah, shout out to Fly Racing. Their 2027 gear got launched this weekend, so glad I could put it on the box for them as well. And yeah, everyone support me.
He did do that.
Yeah, it's been a long road getting back here, so hopefully.
Hymas is a beast and mentally strong. He had multiple career ending injuries. Yeah, 3 torn ACLs or whatever it was in 3 years. And to be back on the box like this 2 weekends in a row.
Check out the standings here. As mentioned, Davies is 25 points down on Kitchen coming in, now down just 7. And Beaumer, 1 point fewer scored than Kitchen today. He was 24 points down, now it's 25. DeFrancisco and Hymas 4th and 5th. Hymas actually.
Yeah, we're not going to finish this race. I'm going to end it a little early and see what happens in the start of it. Then I got to get.
I don't know, maybe we can get Shimoda back at some point.
Yeah, I mean, if you ask Levi, you'd be like, hey, you're going to extend your points lead over Juju today.
Yeah, okay.
Like, all right, cool. You just didn't think about the other guy closing in, but it just brings it all closer.
Well, yeah, when you look at the SMX standings combining Supercross and Motocross, Kitchen was closing in on Davies there, but Davies answers back today, has it back up to, unironically, 47 points over the 47, as he looks to be #1 seed when the playoffs begin. Look out for Ryder D.
I'm looking at that battle 6 through 10. These guys are pretty close. Even Joe Shimoda is going to be out, but yeah, that's close.
Right, Joe's got to get back out here. He wants to defend his title. Let's hear for the point leader, Levi Kitchen.
A pair of 6 for a 5th overall, Levi. Going home with that red plate still. You told me this morning the importance of coming here to your hometown race with your hometown fans and having that red plate. Is that the positive takeaway for today overall?
Yeah, I mean, the positive
takeaway is just to be here after a crazy last weekend and then another, you know, first turn crash in the first one. It's tough when you kind of spin yourself a little bit going from the back. And then that one, I just kind of felt flat, and my lines from the first one weren't really working for me. So just a little bit of a struggle, but it's okay. We got a long break now, so I can rest up and get ready for the last three. I really like those ones.
Get some R&R, but first I really want you to say, hey, Washougal, these guys are here for you. The signs out here are powerful. The people are talking about Levi Kitchen all around town. How special is it to have such a home?
That'd be fun if he was just like,
yeah, I mean, it's awesome, and I just can't thank everybody enough for supporting me, and you know, for them to show just like that they're proud of me, it means a lot to me, and I just want to you know, do my best for them. So that's what I'm gonna keep doing, and yeah, I'm looking forward to a little break and coming back at Unadilla.
Thank you, Levi Kitchen. Guys, here at Washougal, this is your guy.
he is not an interview guy.
Well, what's most important, he still has the red plate. So
that's true. Doesn't matter where you finish. If you hold that thing at the last race of the year, that's what matters most. Here's the upcoming schedule brought to you by Monster Energy. This series will resume at the legendary Unadilla Valley Sports Center in New Berlin, New York on August the 15th. Then it's Budds Creek on August 22nd, and Ironman in Indiana on the 29th. A weekend off, and then the Super Motocross playoffs will race.
We appreciate you letting us hear the audio of the races. Most YouTubers don't. Hey, no problem, man. I know how it is. And I'm not trying to make money from this shit, so screw it.
When the series resumes at Unadilla, but we're not done at Washougal. 450 Moto 2.
Life is a road full of forks, hills, dips, and roundabouts. And while we don't going early, I'll say thanks for a good show. Have a safe week and catch up in 2 weeks.
Yeah, you too, Bradley. You too, bro.
And the further we go, the more we realize that a better tomorrow starts with a better today.
We'll get to the start. We'll probably get to the first 10 minutes of it.
Brewing Company, non-alcoholic beer that's fit for all times.
Never know. Shit could be going crazy and I may stay up, but at least the 10 minutes of it.
But Andy Biggs says
no inflation, and yet the tariffs seem to be working.
More like no clue. Biggs does have a plan to raise prices 23% more. A sales tax on everything. Gas, groceries, rent. A Biggs tax hit on family budgets. Another bad idea pushed on Arizona by a Washington politician. Andy Biggs' big 23% sales tax. It's 100% wrong for Arizona.
Anybody can make a tortilla chip, but not everybody makes one like Tostitos. We start with whole corn kernels to make masa the traditional way and bring you hint of lime and Mexican street corn inspired flavors. No artificial colors, flavors, or preservatives. Just amazing flavors worth gathering around. Tostitos. Tradition matters.
Introducing the first ever Infiniti QX65. The world can stop, freeze, fall behind, but the Infiniti QX65 is unstoppable. Discover the first ever Infiniti QX65 at your local Infiniti retailer.
Summer is back, along with Chipotle honey chicken.
Ow.
Fresh grilled chicken, seared peppers, and pure honey. Chipotle heat balanced with a perfect touch of sweet. Chipotle honey chicken is back, just in time for summer.
Talk to Banner?
It's Thursday.
Hopefully, Deegan will calm down in that first and release the bully. I think he will, man. I think it's going to be a lot better start than the first one.
The Pro Motocross Championship is brought to you by Fly Racing, Fearless Pursuit, and by KTM, Ready to Race. Welcome back. This is the Fly Racing Washougal National, part of the Monster Energy SMX World Championship. This is a highly anticipated one. Hayden Deegan has had a great record at this track on a 250. It has been good, but not quite as good as usual for both of the Lawrences in the past. As this track will show you the first moto, and for a moment it looked like Deegan was in position to do it. He actually gets the whole shot here, but it was short-lived.
It was short-lived. You can see him losing the front end there.
Yeah, the track fucking looks overwatered.
He's like, oh man, that's my opportunity. But he would get up eventually and make his way back up. Strong ride for him. He's doing a little yoga right there. Had to check the motorcycle. But then the battle, the guys who were battling for this championship, Jet, Hunter Lawrence, you can see Jorge Prado in second, but Hunter's going to make quick work of him. And then the race was on for the lead. So we thought so.
Yeah, early on.
I don't know what's up with Prado that interview too. He looked mentally beat.
Would commence, but it did not. Hunter couldn't quite keep up with Jet. Then a big crash on Marchbanks, and we now hear he is out for this second moto. Hate to see that. They've been so solid throughout this summer on the Monster Kawasaki. Here's Deegan making passes.
Yeah, his best friend, Justin Barsha, they were doing a little goon riding in practice. Like you said, you know, skills, they know talent knows talent. They know real. And hey, Deegan was just a little strong for this one as he gets around Justin. I believe that was for fifth. He's going to do a little scrub right here on the Cooper Webb. A young man. Right
Another nasty scrub.
Solid ride by him, but hey, Deegan makes his way up. That was for 4. But yeah, that battle that we were anticipating, Jet Lawrence shut that door pretty early. Looked like the Jet Lawrence that we've been seeing many a times. Wins that moto pretty easy. But guess what? Like motocross, you get another chance to do it. Let's see if Hunter Lawrence can rebound for the second moto. But Jet Lawrence 1-2, and Jorge Prado 3rd place.
Big moto right here.
Good ride for him. Justin Barsha.
Makes no sense to water the track. Cool day in a lot of shaded area. Yeah, I seen the sun poke out once. And I wouldn't imagine that ground's absorbing the water fast. Not like it's dry ground.
Yes, the 2 moto opportunity means the KTM key to the moto is still in play for Moto 2.
Well, you got the main part was, hey, Deegan, opportunity waits now. The way he rode that first moto, you got to think that maybe he has a shot. He had the whole shot. He goes down. Let's see if we can replicate that, but let's stay up. And I think if we do, man, this Washougal crowd.
He's going to be on the inside of Hunter and Jet.
It's going to be tough because both those boys, they look strong that first moto.
It's also
Omac over there, Prado.
Brent Duffy, and Deegan running the non-scoop, the knobby tire here, and Duffy thinks that Hayden rides better with that tire, but clearly did not need it, you know, to get the whole shot, where normally the scoop tire is considered superior. So a couple things maybe working in Deegan's direction, if he can keep it on 2 wheels off the start.
I mean, yeah, whatever you say, he was gone.
Exactly.
Off that start.
So didn't need the scoop for that.
Yeah, it's not that deep, so he'll be all right.
Time to go around the berm. Let's get some stories from the racetrack. JT.
Well, Freddie Norton, we thought he was going to move into second place at Redbud. He was not able to participate there, but look at that, second in all-time Premier Class motocross starts, and he has got me absolutely smoked here. Someone who has suffered that much in the trenches of the 450 class, I'm going to take my hat off to every single time. So congratulations, Freddie Norton. You're on your way to maybe having that #1 spot if you hang in there another year or 2.
Well, from one guy who's been around for a while to the newcomer of Hayden Deegan, the number 38. Obviously, in that Moto 1, he was disappointed, banging on the bars there after that turn 1 issue. But in talking with the team, they said, hey, he's had to come back from last to 4th in this case a couple of times already this season, the last 3 weeks. And in fact, he's getting a little tired of that, but there is a little bit of confidence there. He has the speed, he has the start, and now he just has to put it all together and stay out of trouble.
Are you prepared to can you redistribute those tickets? I have recommended your page across numerous European motocross platforms. Hey, Davey, thank you, man. I appreciate that. And I cannot wait to do the ticket giveaway. I couldn't read for a second. Deegan just needs to breathe, be patient. He is definitely the more physical fit rider. But yeah, Davey, I'm ready to give those tickets away, and I appreciate that, dude, from the bottom of my heart. Thank you.
Look at that. Hunter, with that first moto score, has clinched the #1 seed for when the playoffs begin. And that could be a huge advantage for him because between he and Jet, it has been very close for the World Championship and $1 million+ the last couple of years. One other rider to throw a shout out to, the great story of Mark Finnis. Wasn't even racing anymore, came to Redbud for fun, then has picked up a ride with this ISRT Kawasaki team. He is the Rocky Mountain ATV-MC team profile for this moto. Still barely riding during the week, still doing coaching more than he is focused on himself. Got caught in the mess there with Deegan early in the first moto, so we didn't see what the 88 could do. Reset time. Can Deegan get the start and stay up in Moto 2? And look at that crowd. You know they're thinking the exact same
3-second board up. Let's see what happens.
answer to this question.
Yeah, the track's a little bit harder now, so if Hayden Deegan went back to that same tire, he should be a little bit better, but curious to see if anybody else did as well.
Every time one of the Lawrences gets momentum over the other, it flips. Right now, it's to the good for the number 1. Can Hunter fire back? We're ready.
Okay, I'm not gonna. There we go.
Revs are up. Gets down.
Good start for Deegan again.
Jet and Hunter on the outside, just ahead. Battle is on.
Looked like Hayden Deegan kind of backed it off, probably more saying he's going to get in there, but look at this opening lap. He's already trying to.
There we go.
Jet Lawrence, I believe he might have the pass. Let's see if Jet Lawrence tries to close him off.
And Deegan gets it done. Hunter in the lead. Jet and Deegan jump together. Jet retakes it.
Yeah, you notice Hayden right there, he kind of, wouldn't say he let Jet by, but he knew Jet had the inside there, so he kind of backed it off. Let's see what Hayden does as these two brothers are already working together. Jet's going to try to attack Hunter Lawrence early in this moto.
Oh, a mistake.
Ooh, he almost stalled him.
Oh shit! Jet almost stalled the bike.
He didn't even lose any time.
If anything, he pulled away. I don't even know how that's possible. He almost came to a complete stop. Then a mistake for Hunter, and Jet is right there.
Do we get the battle we've been waiting for?
He's going to have to take maybe a lap to really
Ooh,
see the pace of these guys. Even though he was able to get in the top 4, these two were on a different level compared to everybody else. So Hayden might take a little bit, a couple laps to really get that pace.
This is going to be good.
He stalled and pulled away instantly. Yeah, what looked like he almost stalled. Then he saved it at like the last second, but yeah, he didn't lose no time or nothing.
Different than his brother.
Yeah, you can see the sun coming out. The first time all day the sun's been out. It's a huge challenge for these guys going in and out of these shadows.
Where's Prado at? Did Prado go down?
And everywhere Hunter goes, Jet is in a different
Or did he just get a bad start? I feel like I seen him up there. It's the bikes, La Flower, bro.
Is Jet has better lines, or is he just doing different for the sake of different?
Well, that corner, yeah, had better lines, and Hunter little OJ right there. He almost went down, so I don't know if Hunter.
Oh yeah, bro. Cheers for the stream. Thank you, Steve Buckley. I'm doing good, man. I hope hope all is good with you. Can't talk with shit right now.
That's all you want to do. You know, there's only a few opportunities to pass. You just want to be where he's not. Keep him looking, maybe a mistake, and get around the 96. But it's gonna be harder to do. That's another opportunity.
Hunter went from
Oh,
right, and
Jet off the track.
and he goes off the track, and this might allow Deegan to pass him. That couldn't quite get it, but I think Hunter caused that. Not dirty at all, but just no room to go.
He didn't let off when he was off the track. Find him. What was that? Did you see his foot though? That was weird. He didn't let off when he was off the track though. Find him.
That might have been Deegan's shot. So just Hunter's on the left. Yeah, he'll end up on the right at the top. Not dirty, like I said, but
Yeah, that was really nothing. Hunter didn't even realize. Yeah, I mean, Jet just got off a little unbalanced. What he was trying to do.
How come they're not showing him? Give him throttle on the. Want to see if he gave a throttle off the track.
No, like you just see him off balance, and right now the bike's light. It's kind of no gravity at that point, so he's just kind of hanging
Yep.
on. Gets back on the track, no harm, no foul there. But yeah, as you said, maybe that was Hayden Deegan's best shot because they're starting to pull away. All right, JT.
Just watching that, guys, it's a part of this shadow game, and they're in the worst section for that right now.
1.3. He just needs to follow them for a little bit. Watch the lines.
Front tire's going to leave the ground because you can't make out the differences in the bumps there. So it's happened to me. I think everybody who's gone through that section of time or two has been a little bit off balance. And don't forget, that right foot that you saw come off is the one that he would use for extra balance in that section.
Absolutely. Watch this line from Jet. He was a little bit farther on the inside. I like it because he stays.
Yeah, definitely gassed it off the track.
But Hunter got through that section a lot better. The last lap, Hunter almost went down here. He switches his line up.
They're going to make mistakes now. Deegan's running with them. I feel like, hey, honestly, in my mind right now, I'm thinking one of the brothers are gonna go down.
With all these ruts, Hunter definitely got through that section way better than he did that first lap.
Katie.
Yeah, talking to Hunter Lawrence about the shadows, he said, "Man, I don't."
Yeah,
like the
Deegan.
shadows.
They're all three in the 219s.
You know, we have different lenses for this track, but it's also the color of the dirt. That doesn't help at all either. He said this is not his favorite track. We all are aware of that, but he still has to race and ride like it is his favorite track.
He needs to just follow Jet riding reckless. That's what I'm saying. It's not. I think one of the brothers gonna go down. It's not just them up front. They're pressured with Deegan up there. Deegan just needs to stay close.
5-4 Motos on his first 4 runs on a 450 at this track.
Yeah, and looking at Hunter, the way he's coming in some of these corners, almost like he's missing his braking point, really slamming into it. And you got to believe that is the shadow. So, you know, not surprising when Jet was out front, Hunter tried in that first moto, tried getting him, and then just realized that, hey, it's not going to be here, knowing that it's not his favorite track. Jet probably knows that. So, yeah, Hunter's going to fight it, but at the same time, I don't know how much he will, especially on a track that's might be a little uncomfortable with. And now you're starting to see that gap stabilize with Hayden Deegan. Feel like these guys are on the break, but Hayden's starting to catch that toe. The longer he stays there, the more confident he's going to get.
Look at Hunter answering the call here.
He just needs to get a little bit closer to really put some pressure. Yeah, he needs to get to like that 1.4, 1.5, 1.5.
This part's so hard
Yeah.
for these guys, especially when that sun comes out. Yep.
There's the gap between Deegan and the Lawrences. Never been a question about his fitness and what he can do late. Can he stay close enough?
Any news on AP? Nothing new yet. He's just still. They're waiting for his wound to heal 100%. Because where it's at, he's at risk for infection with all the sweat and dirt.
Next, 4th and 5th. Oh, Fitness has gone down. He's in green. No, that's actually there. He's a second Kawasaki. Just tips over.
Yep. And there's Eli, excuse me.
218s with Hunter in the 216. Damn.
You know, looking at this lead here, we saw how much pressure Jet was putting on Hunter. Hunter was starting to make the mistakes, and it was really allowing.
Come on, Dean.
Kind of close back.
He needs to be patient. Yeah.
As they kind of sit back a little bit and let Hunter find his.
Can't really wait until later in the race to put pressure, especially with the brothers, because they can turn it up as well, so it doesn't really work. Yeah, he needs to go now. Keep that gap close, but he just needs to get closer. Not let this gap grow. Prado's 7th.
So I wonder what's going on here as these two work together, try to get away.
Well, not 8th on the T broadcast, but on the live board 7th.
Yeah, just, you know, watching Jet basically go anywhere that Hunter is not, and it's really about that roost here. And somebody asked me this week, like, what is that roost like? Is it, you know, similar to being kind of hit by a paintball gun? And I'm like, kind of, but imagine going 40 miles an hour into the paintball while it's being shot at you. That's probably more a realistic feeling for this track, and that's why Jet is going anywhere but directly in the run of that roost.
It's bad. I don't even know. It's not even a lot of rocks on this racetrack either. It's just the dirt, that clay, and it hurts.
See that bottom box is Prado. Not the traditional good start for him. He's having to do work. He's ahead of Harop.
I don't know. I thought Prado was up higher on that start.
And then we mentioned the battling Ducatis of Ferrandis and Barsha. Ferrandis would be 4th over.
Prado's better than this.
Like this.
I said it in that interview, like I said a little bit ago, that interview. He looked mentally defeated.
They're tied at the moment.
And that's a battle between Webb and Jordan Smith for 9th and 10th. Webb digging here in blue on the Monster Star Racing Yamaha. Go ahead, Katie.
Yeah, taking it back to spring green with Cooper Webb. Remember, he had that flat front tire, and they changed that literally on the track with 4 laps to go. And the team could have pulled him off. He could have ridden off, but he said, look, to the team, this is so important for those SMX points. And we talked about that actually earlier in the week, all of us on the call. These SMX points are so critical as we are heading into the playoffs. And even people like Cooper Webb are really thinking about it, as are the guys up at the top, too.
Yes, because Hunter has clinched the number 1.
Deegan just got down to a 217.
Going in.
He just picked up a speed though right now, and then he got it down to 3.2. He does need to get it smaller, not He's making little mistakes, I think. Is Hunter's contract up next year? Supposedly, dude, he signed like a 3 to 4 year deal and like a 3 year deal, and Jet signed a 5 year deal, but they haven't announced it. But people have been talking about it for months.
Equal serve today and keep it a 10-point gap.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard. I'm looking at, you know, from our drone shot. Shout out to Chris Budd getting that footage out here, but yeah, you can see Jet just a little bit farther on the inside, and like JT, kind of go wherever he wants. And I've been in this position. You wouldn't believe how much energy Jet's saving. He's probably not really riding that hard here, and it's just something about being in that spot. You feel comfortable, and you know, look, I'm gonna let Hunter kind of relax a little bit, then I'm gonna attack him and see if I can get around him. In the meantime, they're trying to get away from Hayden Deegan. Battle before the battle starting. As it's like RJ's up on Justin here for 5th place.
Yeah, good fight. Team Barsha and Hampshire. Oh, Hampshire!
Oh, Hampshire down. No, he doesn't look like Prado from MXGP. No, he don't.
I bet he'll end up closer to Justin by the end of this moto anyway.
But like you add, like I said, like I was talking about, you add Supercross into his program, and then outdoors, it's gonna hinder his outdoor skills. Deegan got it down to 3 seconds now.
He's probably trying to catch his breath right now. He took a shot to his gut at the moment.
All right, we're gonna show you this again. JT.
Yeah, let's see, RJ. I just want to see if he lands in the shadowed area on the left. Yeah, you see how dark it is? Like, he drifted left. He probably didn't know how close he was to danger there. And I know I keep harping on these
I
shadows.
feel like the contracts in motocross are so much more private than all the other professional sports. I don't know why they're, if they did that deal, I don't, or a signed extension, I don't know why they haven't announced it.
And what he couldn't do was brace because that part was a lot softer. So he hit it, wasn't expecting that, and yeah, he took it, and then now he's back across. Harem.
Fuck, 3.9.
This guy, he can take a punch, I'll tell you what. Right back up and right back on pace, battling the triumphs.
You wouldn't even know he went down.
No.
Gap is growing, but he's still like, he's 217 with Jet. Hunter's still 216.9.
I gotta credit Smith, man. He has become quite consistent and solid on this 450. First pro motocross campaign for him in the 450 class.
You watch Wally Wonders thing that bloke goes on. Ah, dude, I can't stand him watching. I watch him sometimes, but I can't stand him. Wally Wonders is, yeah, that dude's a trip. I watch him sometimes, and then I just sit there shaking my head. Then I get pissed watching him, and I gotta comment, talk shit. I try to stay away from his content now. Shit, LeBron James signed with the 76ers, and it was announced not even 2 minutes after he did it. Right?
Hampshire digging to perhaps resume the battle with Barsha, but Barsha has more company, and it is Prado who blows by.
Yeah, Justin wasn't expecting that. He probably thought it was RJ still back there. Good to see Jorge moving up here. Makes his way in 5th.
Jorge will sneak up on you. He might be the lowest of all the riders that run the low RPM. I don't know if anyone revs the bike less than Prado, so he's quiet, but he's behind you, especially if you're Barsha, who's probably, his bike's probably very loud.
Absolutely. See if he can run down Dylan Ferrandis. 8 seconds in front of
Damn, 215.9 for Hunter.
It would be a season best for Ferrandis if he can hold on.
Walty's a joke. I had to stop watching him when I found myself getting genuinely frustrated watching. That's what I'm saying, dude. I'd get frustrated watching this shit, and then I would have to comment.
5-4 instead of 4-6 back then.
Starting to get to that point in that moto. These leaders, Hunter just dropped it down to 2:15, his best lap of the race.
Wow.
Yep, Jet Lawrence 2:16.1, his best lap.
Time to go.
It's time to go. They got that gap on Hayden Deegan, so Jet doesn't have to worry about him. Now it's time for the furniture movement segment of this race.
I'm sure he's going to find some sort of disaster to talk about this week as well. Yeah, the disaster's going to be Deegan. Calling it now.
Really close last week at Spring Creek. That's that low RPM I'm talking about for Prado.
Beat on the pegs. Make no mistake, this guy has some talent out here. He is one of the most talented guys in this field.
Yep, just getting it dialed. Not the good start for him. But you were saying, you know, a couple races where he's got to make passes. Short term, maybe not what he wants, but long term could be helpful.
Yeah, I actually think it'd be a big race. If he can catch Dylan Ferrandis, I think it'd be a great moto for Jorge moving up. I mean, we seen him last weekend. You know, kind of just stay where he was. You know,
But all right, the gap's growing. It's gonna be Hunter, Jet, Deegan. I'm gonna end it though. All I watch is dirt bike racing, NBA, MLB, NFL, all politics now and betting. Yes. I just I watched motocross, European, all over. I mean, all over the world. F1. F1's kind of bullshit this year with the new battery system, but I'm gonna end it, guys. I got some stuff I gotta handle. The gap's growing. Appreciate y'all. We got a 2-week gap or a break, so we will be back in 3 weeks with I think that was Unadilla. Appreciate y'all, man. Everybody stay safe. Everybody do good, man. I don't know what to say. I appreciate y'all though, man. All right, later Apex, later Joe, later Incognito, Bradley, Steve, everybody, man. Savannah.